All right, Broncos country. Looks like we are live, but you guys know the drill by now. We got to let the stream breathe for just a second here and make sure that everything is nice and stable all across the YouTube platform. Make sure that Gage's stupid internet is able to hold up through this. If it is not able to hold up, we do have backup. We do have the phone ready to go on mobile hotspot. But regardless, guys, welcome into this first ever Denver Broncos Syndicate playoff live stream as the Denver Broncos are set to take on the Buffalo Bills. They just got done with the national anthem. We are getting ready to go, guys. This Denver Broncos team is looking to shock the world today, playing in their first playoff game since Super Bowl 50, and they are looking to pull off a massive upset against Josh Allen and this high-flying Buffalo Bills offense. It is going to be very massive playoff experience for this Denver Broncos team, regardless of what the outcome of this game is. But obviously, everybody here in Broncos country is hoping for a win. They're hoping that the Broncos season doesn't end this week. We got Maverick in the house, first one in the chat saying, let's play a game. Let's do it, brother. We are here. This is what we have been manifesting for such a long time. Let's go ahead and get the scoreboard ready to go here. Denver 0, not Cincinnati, Buffalo. Awesome. Let's do it, guys. Q1. So we got our scoreboard here ready to go. Kickoff is in just a couple of minutes, guys. We've got one last little commercial break. We just got done previewing the game, both on the game preview video yesterday, as well as in the pregame show today. Yes, Maverick, I let my hair down. I thought that it didn't look very good when it was tied up, so I went ahead and just let it down, and it still doesn't exactly look great, but oh well, screw it. Yep, we got Crumble Cookies in the house saying, boys, I'm nervous. I definitely have this sort of sense of like, okay, I'm just happy to be here, so whatever happens, happens. I don't have the overwhelming nerves that I've had for these last few games for sure. We got Michael Ronquillo in the house all the way from Tucson, Arizona saying win, lose, or tie. The Broncos are 1 year ahead of schedule with Bo Nix as our quarterback of the Denver Broncos. Absolutely. No matter what happens in this game, win or lose, the Denver Broncos had a very successful season, and they are very much ahead of schedule. All right, guys, we are going to see how my internet holds up here. We've got backup just in case it decides to crap on us, but we're going to be optimistic. Hopefully, we only have a couple more streams that we have to deal with this crappy internet. I'm going to be moving out of this apartment here pretty soon. Everything about this apartment's great except for the bad internet. All right, guys, here we go. We got Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on the call. There's the new Bills Stadium being built in the background. And then old Highmark Stadium. We got Gabe in the house saying my heart is pounding. We got DB saying we are playing with house money today. We aren't even supposed to be here. That was my thought exactly. We are playing with house money. But if this Broncos team can find a way to win, then that's going to be obviously the best news that we've gotten here in Denver in a long time. 9 years long for this moment. Let's enjoy it. Absolutely. Time to sit back and savor this one, Broncos country. The Denver Broncos wearing their white jerseys, orange pants, orange socks, and orange sleeves for the guys who are wearing sleeves. I think it's a decent look, but I would have probably preferred the white socks, honestly. Here we go. Denver and company are going to get the ball first. Bo Nix set to get going. Tyler Bass kicks us off, and we are underway from Western New York. Marvin Mims drops down to a knee, so the possession will begin for Denver at their own 30-yard line. Here comes Bo. First rookie quarterback to start a playoff game in Denver Broncos franchise history. That is cool. All right, here we go, guys. It is already loud there in Buffalo. Crowd is in full throat. 29 touchdown passes on the season for Bo Nix. Javonte Williams is getting the start today at running back. For better or for worse. And they give it to Javonte with a decent burst out the gate. Shoots out of the cannon for 5 yards. All right, if we can at least get a decent initial burst out of Javonte, then I'll take it.
Quinn Miners named to his first All-Pro this career. Marvin Mims also named All-Pro as a return specialist on offense. Return special on special teams, but an offensive player. You know what I meant. 2nd down and 5. Mims goes in motion on an orbit. And they're going to hand it off to the outside. Jaleel McLaughlin's got nowhere to go. Blown up in the backfield by Greg Rousseau. Loss of 3 on the play. We're figuring to see a lot of Rousseau today, along with Von Miller. Right there, he beats Mike McGlinchey. And then Jaleel can't turn the corner in time. Not good. Now you're set up in a 3rd down and 8 situation. Not where you want to be out the gate. I hate going east and west to try to go north and south. And Von Miller is on the field here, lined up over Mike McGlinchey for this 3rd down snap. Play clock is ticking down. They got to go. And it hit 0. They just got it away. Nix fires, stands tall, complete on the in-breaking route to Cortland Sutton, just on the Buffalo side of midfield. So right away, Bo Nix standing tall in the pocket and delivering a strike. Sutton just on that dig, and Bo right in stride. Perfect throw, perfectly timed. 1st down, Denver Broncos at the Buffalo 49. Outside, Williams. Nice little burst from him again. Able to lower his shoulder for a gain of 6. Lowered his shoulder into DeMar Hamlin on that one. 2nd down and 4. Broncos going up tempo. 12:48 left to go in the 1st quarter. Condensed formation. Bo dropping. He's going deep. He wants all of it. He's got it! Franklin! Touchdown, Denver! Let's go! And they finally connect on the deep shot. We talked about the Bills playing split safety coverage, and that would have those opportunities for deep post routes, and that's what it looked like that was. Bo Nix, Troy Franklin, deep shot. Yep, that's split safety coverage. Middle of the field's open, and it looked like quarters, and they just hit the post behind it. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What a massive explosive play, and the Denver Broncos come out with a massive punch to start the game. Will Lutz's extra point is good. 7-0 Denver Broncos. We go to commercial break. That is what we have been hoping to see. Bo Nix took a shot, but he knew he had that throw all day long, man. That was a perfect throw by Bo Nix, a perfect catch by Troy Franklin, the perfect call by Sean Payton against that defense. That was sensational. That was awesome. That was exactly what we wanted to see. Perfect scheming, perfect throw, perfect catch. All of it, all across the board, was perfect. Let's go. And so the Denver Broncos draw first blood up in Buffalo. That was a perfect drive. Let's go, Broncos country. Let's go. Finally, we see Bo Nix and Troy Franklin connect on that deep ball. They've been trying to connect on go routes for all this time, but maybe they should just stick with trying to split the field against middle of the field open. We're going to tie my hair back. It does not look good. No, we'll leave it down. Because watch, I'll tie it up and then all the Broncos momentum will be gone. So we're just going to leave it down. Let's go. That was such an awesome drive right there, man. So we're seeing Bo Nix kill all those narratives about lack of arm strength, lack of accuracy deep downfield. That was a perfectly accurate throw. Oh, man, that is like towards the top of the list of things that you want to see. Perfect play call, man. That was absolutely awesome. Quack, quack indeed. All right, so now it is time for this Denver Broncos defense to see how they can respond. The Broncos have gotten off to fast starts in previous games, but they haven't been able to keep their foot on the gas for all 4 quarters. This last game against Kansas City, we actually saw them get out to a fast start and then keep their foot on the gas. Hopefully we continue to see that momentum carry forward in this game. But we got to keep Josh Allen contained. It's going to be all about collapsing the pocket on the interior and playing contain on the outside with the edge rushers so that way he can't get outside and make big plays out of the pocket. All right, here we go. That was about as good of a start offensively as you could ask for right there. Adjust my scoreboard. You are right. Let's go ahead and put 7 on the board for the Denver Broncos. Let's go. Oh, Broncos viewing party at Power Field. That's awesome. All right, here's Will Lutz to kick it off. Running up on it is Ty Johnson, and Johnson crossed the 30-yard line to about the 33. And that is where Josh Allen will take the field for the Buffalo Bills, most likely going to win the first MVP of his NFL career. He has been phenomenal. 40 total touchdowns on the season, and the Broncos are going to have a tough day at the office defending him. Is that the first successful Franklin deep shot of the season? I believe so. I believe so. All right, 1st and 10. Buffalo Bills going to come out in shotgun. Denver's coming out with 4 down linemen. Take the end around. Josh standing tall, fires. Oh, my God, in a triple coverage. 3 Broncos in the area, but he still delivers it on time to Khalil Shakir. 1st down, Buffalo. So Denver had sound coverage on that play, but Josh Allen just with the perfect throw, standing tall in the pocket and delivering a strike. That's what he can do. Even when you're right on defense, he can make you wrong. So 1st down and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Josh is under center. And they feed James Cook out the gate. He tries to take the angle to the outside and does. Gets past Riley Moss and another 1st down for this Bills offense. We talked about how this could be a higher scoring affair than maybe some would have thought. And that's already starting to ring true here. Really nice cut outside right there by James Cook. Riley Moss doesn't have the angle and Cook just outruns him. 1st down and 10. So already a really strong start from the Denver 36. They go back to James Cook, and Cook cuts it back up to the middle, and he is down across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. So both offenses pretty much doing whatever they want at will. This could be a shootout, Broncos country. It very well could. I don't know how I feel about the orange sleeves. I really don't. Jonathan Cooper's wearing white sleeves, and I think that works a lot better with this uniform. Josh, tunnel screen. Khalil Shakir once again, and Shakir out across the 25, marked down at the 23-yard line, and yet another 1st down. So not great tackling, not great angles in the run game so far defensively. Buffalo's starting to pick Denver apart here. Oh, hello. All right, 1st down and 10. Josh from the gun, drops, fires, outside, complete. That is Dalton Kincaid, their star tight end, working on Justin Sternad. That is not an ideal matchup for the Denver Broncos, and right away we see that connection get going between Josh Allen and Dalton Kincaid. Pickup of 5 yards on the play. 9:45 left to play in the 1st quarter. Just like I said, Buffalo's got so many weapons, it's hard to play man coverage against them. Handoff. Cook. Cuts it upfield. Gain of 3. 3rd down and 2. Turn on the heater if you want to turn on the
AC. That'd be cool. Thank you.
Just hit that AC button. All right. How about the AC? Has some cool air. I'd like some cool air. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, 3rd down and 2. Up the gut, that is Ty Johnson trying to fight for the first down. Looks like that second effort is going to leave him a little bit short, actually. So, an early 4th down decision here. They're a good quarterback sneak team, the Buffalo Bills are. You've got to imagine that's what's coming here. Sure looks like it. Give it to, Josh Allen all the way. Quarterback sneak. 1st down, Buffalo. Tough outing here so far for this Broncos defense. You get in those 4th down and inches situations, you're easily going to get Josh under center and just have him sneak it. With how tall he is, all he has to do is reach over and he's got it, basically. So Bills set up 1st down and 10 from the Denver 11. So they can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown here. Cook down to the 8-yard line, picked up a 3. PJ Locke in on that tackle. Both of these teams are going to have to get 7s. Denver with that early first strike definitely looks like that's going to benefit them long term here. 2nd and 7. Let's see if we can get a stop here in the red zone. Bend but don't break. This has been a 5-minute drive here so far. 9 plays for Buffalo. 6 rushes, 3 passes. Josh, pockets collapsing, fires, and he misses his target. He had a man open in the end zone. That was Dawson Knox, but pocket was collapsing around Josh, and that forced a slightly inaccurate throw. Incomplete. Yep, just like we talked about. Collapse the pocket on the interior and play contain on the edge and collapse the pocket that way as well. Really nice. 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down here defensively for Denver. Protect the sticks. Fires. Back of the end zone, incomplete. Not there for Amari Cooper. Josh Allen with the overthrow. 4th down and 7, and Denver with a massive stop. Get a hold Buffalo to a field goal opportunity here. Big stop. Yep. He had him. He just overthrew it. Amari Cooper was open on that one. So thank you, Josh Allen. A little bit of help there on that one. 26-yard try here for Tyler Bass, who has had some woes in the postseason. High snap. Bass up. Chip shot is good. And Buffalo held the 3 points on that one. Denver still leads 7-3. Good stop. So we gave up some big plays on that one, both in the run game and in the pass game, but they were able to hold true there in the red zone. Josh Allen helped us out with that overthrow, but held Buffalo to 3, a massive win right there for Denver. All right, time to go downfield and make it 14-3. Let's go. Good stop. Good stop. Absolutely, we will take that. If you can hold Buffalo to kicking field goals, then that is a massive win. Just keep them out of the end zone. Even if they march downfield on these long sustained drives, as long as you hold firm in the red zone and keep them to kicking field goals, you are going to be in a good position if you're Denver. I will say I definitely am a little bit worried about Justin Sternad in coverage in this game. If they want to get him matched up on Dalton Kincaid, then that could be a potential problem. So we'll see how Buffalo wants to manage this, and if Denver maybe wants to give Sternad some help whenever he's going against Dalton Kincaid, because we already saw Sternad give up 1 catch to Kincaid on this drive, and that is definitely something I am worried about.
Good start, man. Good start. We need another touchdown here. Let's not take our foot off the gas. Absolutely. We saw them in that Kansas City game. They did not take their foot off the gas at all. They kept going for all 4 quarters. So we will see them hopefully do that in this game. Broncos need Drew Sanders in instead of Sternad. We might see that if Sternad does struggle. Do not park the bus until you're up by at least 40. Absolutely. And obviously, that's going to be a really tough challenge here against this team. But if you can hold them to kicking field goals and if you can score touchdowns offensively, then you're going to be in good shape. Run the ball next drive with Javonte Williams. They did give Javonte a couple of looks on that last drive, and he actually did get a couple of nice gains off of them. So hopefully we'll be able to see the good Javonte in this game, and maybe this will be one of those random games where Javonte Williams has a good day. Hopefully that's the case. All right, here we go. Broncos were able to connect on that deep touchdown on the post to Troy Franklin on their last drive. And now they are set up, ready to go for their second offensive possession. Tyler Bass to kick off. Tremon Smith and Marvin Mims standing in their end zone. 7:07 left to play in the first quarter. Out of the end zone, that'll be a touchback. Denver will start at their 30. We're working on it, Braylon. We're working on it. All right, let's go. Keep your foot on the gas. Cannot find yourself behind the chains. No penalties, especially no pre-snap penalties. Take care of the football. Long, sustained drives. Keep Josh Allen off the field. That's the best defense against Josh Allen, is keeping him off the field. 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, they fake it to McLaughlin, and Nix fires across the grain. It's caught by Adam Troutman. Turned what could have been a negative play into a gain of 2. Really good improv right there from Bo Nix. 2nd down and 8. I really like Bo Nix's poise and composure so far in this one. It doesn't look like the moment's too big for him. Making sure Marvin Mims lines up in the right spot. 2 receivers set to the right side. Handoff. Stumbling out the gate that time was Javonte Williams. All right, we're done. Get Javonte out. And we got a man down here for Buffalo. Taron Johnson. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. Was his foot out? Oh, man. One angle it showed, it looked like his foot was in the wrong place. Oh, no. He just took a helmet-to-helmet hit. I mean, just a helmet-to-helmet hit, obviously not a good thing, but it looked like his foot was in the wrong direction at one point. He's still lying down flat. Oh, boy. That didn't look great. Okay, hopefully Johnson's okay. Injury timeout from Buffalo. That was definitely not a great look, the way his neck got compressed on that one. Oh, yikes. So, yeah, definitely hope Johnson's okay there. We'll go ahead and keep checking Twitter for an update and see if he gets up and gets off the field here. Never want to see anybody get injured. Yeah, it looks like he's still down too. Oh, that is not great. So, Tony, since I'm technically media, I try to keep myself somewhat neutral, and I don't wear Broncos gear like on game day and during most of these videos. I occasionally will, but yeah, on game day, I don't really wear my Broncos gear. Try to keep myself somewhat professional for the hope that one day I'll be able to get up into the press box. Okay, I'm seriously hoping that Johnson gets up after that. Okay, he's up. He's up, walking off the field under his own power, according to Andrew Mason. Very good news right there. That was a very scary collision with Johnson. We knew Troy was going to hold on to one eventually. The guy can get open, no problem. I think that the best strategy here is try to get him on post routes against split safety coverage. He can't track a go ball to save his life, but it looks like that's probably going to be the way that they can manufacture some explosive plays for him. Because, again, man, he is just terrible at tracking a go ball. All right, we are back. Hi, kitty. Contrary to what you believe, Kat, you're not going to starve. I fed you this morning. Yep. He's going back into the medical tent. Definitely going to be evaluated for a concussion at bare minimum. Yep, he's going into the tent with the red hat, the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant. All right, 3rd down and 6 here for Denver. The crowd is getting loud there in Buffalo. 6:19 left to play in the first quarter. This has been kind of a slow-moving quarter here. Little Jordan Humphrey goes in motion. Nick's making sure everybody's on the same page. Standing in. Now he's going to roll out. He's going to take it himself, and Nick's cannot outrace Greg Rousseau to the corner. Hey! Hey! They were wrapping him up laid out of bounds right there. How's that not a penalty? It looked like they were tangling up his ankles after he was well out of bounds. Okay, no, that's clean. That's clean. All right, so Denver's drive stalls out, and they've got to punt it away with Riley Dixon, the upstate New York native. Dixon booms this one. Good kick. Riley Dixon backs him up all the way to the 10, but he's able to get around the first tackler, is Shakir, and out of bounds at about the 14-yard line there for Buffalo. So a good punt by Riley Dixon. Let's see if Denver can have a little bit more success in terms of not letting Buffalo march down the field. But regardless, even if Buffalo does march down the field, then as long as you're keeping them to kicking field goals, then you're going to be in good shape. Yep, so Bo Nix tried to make a play there with his legs. It just wasn't there. Greg Rousseau beat him to the corner and forced him out of bounds. I believe that was technically a sack on that play. Gabe says Dixon can't suck today. Absolutely. He was definitely a key contributor in that Cincinnati loss, for sure. But good start for Dixon so far in this one, pinning Buffalo back actually at their 19-yard line. So regardless, credit for punt inside the 20. Josh looking, goes underneath on his check down there. That's complete to Dalton Kincaid, and Kincaid gains 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3. When you're getting 7 yards a pop like that, you're going to march downfield with ease. Denver's trying to keep everything in front of them, but that will allow Josh Allen to beat you by 1,000 paper cuts. Second and 3. Josh is under center on this one. Toss it up the gut. Ty Johnson. And Johnson, nice burst coming out of the cannon that time. Up to about the 37-yard line, and another first down for Buffalo. So this defense is definitely bending. Hopefully they don't break. Just run the toss. Johnson finds that little hole, cuts it back to the inside. Really good vision by Ty Johnson on that one. I like Johnson. First down and 10. Cook again. Fighting for extra yardage, and James Cook still going. They are pushing this pile into Denver territory all the way to the 47-yard line. So James Cook just keeps those legs moving and refuses to go down. The pile just pushes him. He lowers his shoulder into Brandon Jones, and eventually you get a couple of those linemen behind you pushing, and you're going to get all that momentum carrying you forward. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Flag down, James Cook. Hopefully that's a hold. Flags in the backfield. That usually reeks of holding or some sort of illegal shift. It flew right at the snap. Smells like it's on Buffalo. Okay. Okay. I didn't hear them announce that a guy was eligible. They said that number 70 reported as eligible, but they never announced that 70 was eligible. So no flag, gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for Buffalo. Once again, man, if they march downfield here, if you can hold them to a field goal, that is huge. A turnover would be even better. Looks like Denver's going to send some pressure here on 2nd and 7. Josh Allen with a dummy cadence. False start. False start. He got his own guy to jump. Let's go. All right, so that's the first pre-snap penalty of the game. Yep, just a little flinch right there from James Cook. That's enough to draw the flag. All right, 2nd and 12. Let's see if Denver wants to send pressure. 2nd down is the down where I like to send pressure. Looks like they're going to drop back here. They are. Rush 4. Allen has some time. Allen flushed. Allen looking. Allen, he's going to run it, and Josh Allen lowers his shoulder into contact, and he gets that for a gain of about 8 yards on that one. 3rd down. Man, Josh has just all the time in the world. No pass rush, no penetration by the Broncos defensive line. He gets outside the pocket, and that's what he's able to do. He's able to get you into a 3rd down and very manageable here. 3rd down and 3. Another big 3rd down here. And they're going to run it. Nope, read option Josh, and he's got the 1st down. Really well sold read option on that one. Josh Allen picks it up himself. Benito has no bull rush. He's getting locked up. That is one of the concerns with Benito for sure, is that power elements to his rush. Defense is getting exposed right now. Remember, man, this defense had issues against good quarterbacks before. Justin Herbert twice, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Josh Allen is a one-man wrecking crew. He is an assassin, just like Joe Burrow is. And this kind of thing Josh Allen can do. He can make you wrong even when you're right. But unfortunately, Denver's been wrong more than they've been right.
Very unselfish group on top of it. And that's key in some ways, right? Because
2nd and 10.
A lot of great quarterbacks we know to get through the AFC. I mean, think about Denver. If you're going next, hey, you want to get to the Super Bowl?
Broncos still nursing a 4-point lead. Minute 18 to play in this first quarter. It has been a very slow-moving first quarter. All right, 2nd and 10 now. From the Denver 33. Josh stands in, fires underneath. Caught, Keon Coleman. 2nd-round rookie. Tackle made by Jaquan McMillan at the 29-yard line or 28-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. All right, come on, boys. Time to get a stop. Vance Joseph sending in the call.
Was injured a couple of plays ago. Denver defense.
That's not great. Jonah Ellis banged up. Looks like Denver's showing double mug pressure here with both linebackers, and they back out of it. Allen fires, caught, 1st down. So you're showing pressure, and then you back out of it and play zone, and
Josh Allen's just going to pick that apart all day long. You've got to find a way to manufacture some pressure here. Even with a four-man rush, you've got to find a way to manufacture pressure. Once again, Benito with no push on that whatsoever. Josh just has time to passively stand back and pick you apart. That was the final play of the first quarter. So another first down given up by this Denver defense. They were able to get off the field and hold them to a field goal in their last possession, but Josh Allen is just absolutely picking you apart right now. He's picking the linebackers just like Burrow, and that is a mismatch for this Broncos team. They do not have good coverage linebackers. Cody Barton isn't good in coverage, and Justin Sternad's even worse. So until Denver finds a way to address that position, which won't really be able to happen until next season, they're not going to have much success, especially against good quarterbacks like Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. They are not going to have they're not going to have success against those kind of quarterbacks. We could have developed Baron Browning in the middle. He would be perfect. I don't know, man. Could have, should have, would have, but at the end of the day, they felt like he was going to be more productive as an edge rusher, so I can understand moving him to the edge, but I just feel like it's hard to find a good coverage linebacker anymore with all of these college schemes, all of these spread offenses. It's just really hard to find good coverage linebackers, and let's just be honest, these defenders are not allowed to play defense anymore with these stupid rules that are set to benefit the offense. So I don't know, man. I just think there's kind of an epidemic in the NFL where it's hard to find good linebacker play. Hopefully the Broncos can find a diamond in the rough coming up in this draft because it's just really, really, really bad at that position. Yeah, and that's kind of almost the case every single year, Ethan. It really is. It's just hard to find a really good coverage linebacker in the modern day football era, especially with all of these spread offenses that the college game runs. Why didn't we activate Zach Cunningham? Look, I don't think they felt Zach Cunningham was going to solve their problems. He's an old, slow, washed-up linebacker. At the end of the day, they've got to go with a youth movement at that position. They've got to find somebody in the draft. They've got to find a way to completely rebuild this linebacker room. Kat, I don't know what you're yelling at. You've had food. Seriously. Yeah, man, it's tough. We got Bronco fan here saying, I miss Danny Trevathan, and that was the last time the Broncos really had a true dominant linebacker was Danny Trevathan. And it's just hard to find quality production at that position.
CBS Sunday, January 26th, after the AFC Championship game.
Obviously, things might have been a little bit different if Alex Singleton hadn't torn his ACL, but I still feel like Singleton had some of the same problems that both Barton and Sternad have. They're not great in coverage, so I don't know, man. It's just a problem that Denver's going to have to figure out in the offseason. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line, handoff, Cook, a gain of 5. Cody Barton in on that tackle. Second down and 5. We got Michael in the house. Good to see you, Michael. I hope you all are enjoying the game. Now, if Denver can play a little bit better on defense, I'd be enjoying it a lot more. They held Buffalo to a field goal on their first possession, and now they're just getting completely marched down the field on. Buffalo with 12 runs to just 9 passes, so they are definitely leaning into the run game, and it's working well. Denver's not getting great penetration up front. That time, gain of 2, up the gut by James Cook. That's going to bring up a third down and 3. Cook already has 55 yards on the ground on 8 carries. Now Ty Johnson, the third down back, checks in. Third down and 3. It's a tough down and distance to defend, man, because you can't really blitz on these third and short situations. Hard to generate pressure when they're consistently in third down and short. We've got to eventually force them into a third down and long situation, and Buffalo's got to burn a timeout. They didn't get the play in time. Josh didn't like it, has to call a timeout. 13:40 to go in the first half.
Channel
Buffalo's
came out
facing a 3rd down and 3.
that he might end up being the Broncos quarterback. Broncos had the 5th pick. There was Buffalo sitting at 7, and he had the chance to perform in fun.
I don't know why Bo decided to run on that 3rd down. It didn't look like he had anything downfield. It looked like it was well covered. So he was trying to make a play with his feet.
We're just hoping you're still there at 5.
I get it. I'm just not a big fan of rollout plays on 3rd down. So for me, that's just kind of a not great play call. 3rd down and 3. Time for a big stop. Man in motion is Curtis Samuel. Josh Allen, power read. Oh, my God. He's going to take it himself. 1st down. All the way down to the 5-yard line. And Buffalo is just picking Denver apart on the ground. Quarterback sweep.
Guess what? Josh kept the ball. They get a 1st down. This 3rd and 3, he kept the ball. Remember when I tell you on that 3rd and 1?
Denver is completely losing their battle in the trenches right now. They are getting dominated by Buffalo up front. And if you lose the battle of the trenches, then you're going to lose the game. 1st and goal. Josh is under center. Tight formation. Up the gut. Cook. Cuts it upfield, and he is in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Horrible drive by the Broncos defense. They were getting picked apart on the ground, just completely getting run over. Josh Allen on the ground and James Cook. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Denver's so worried about Josh Allen picking them apart through the air that they are just getting completely dominated on the ground. Touchdown, Bills take the lead. So Denver comes out, as Sean Payton puts some new gum in his mouth. Denver comes out and they score that opening touchdown, but ever since then, it's been all Buffalo. Tyler Bass, the extra point is up and it is good. Bills 10, Denver 7, 12:57 in the 2nd quarter. Go ahead and change this. Yep, not great, man. You've got to find a way to win the battle up front, the line of scrimmage. When you're getting pushed around on every single play, when the surge up front for the Buffalo Bills is just continuing to dominate you, then you're not going to stand much of a chance. Gabe says, looks like a 41-28 type game. It might be if the Broncos can't find a way to get a stop, man. Broncos can't tackle. No, they can't. And that is a common problem across the entire league. Tackling is worse than it's ever been because defenders can't practice tackling in practice. They can't wrap up a guy. They can't tackle him low or else it's a hip drop tackle. They can't spear him. You know, defenders just can't tackle anymore. It's basically turned into two-hand touch now. And I'm not saying that the Broncos players are free of blame here, but I think that this is a problem that is a pandemic across the entire NFL, quite frankly. We need a Fred Warner type of linebacker. Yeah, you've got 31 other teams in the NFL that are saying that same thing. Fred Warner is a 1 in a million type of player. You're not going to find a Fred Warner just on the street or in the draft unless you look really, really hard. Yep, I agree. It is our personnel. They suck at tackling, and it is a big problem. It's the problem with Benito. He's a great weapon, but he gets stonewalled by bigger, stronger tackles. We saw it against the Chargers and again today. Yep, 100%. The Broncos just don't have the personnel to consistently win up front against strong offensive lines, and they also don't have the personnel in the middle to be able to hold up in coverage. They've got to find a way to address that this offseason. They've done a great job getting this level of production out of the personnel that they have right now, but eventually this personnel is going to bottom out and they are going to reach their ceiling, and that just kind of feels like is what's happening right now. I love what Fangio said. If you can't tackle, you can't play. 100%. And a lot of these guys just cannot tackle. VJ went away from what made this defense scary. Well, we talked about it in the game preview that they might have to drop back and play zone in this game because of all the man beaters that Buffalo has. But in this game, you just got to find a way to generate some pressure and get Josh Allen uncomfortable. You can't let him just passively sit back and pick you apart. And you've got to find a way to hold up fundamentally in the run game. They have been terrible defending the run in this game. Absolutely terrible. Yep, 100%. But I think they've also found some of the weaknesses that Denver has in the run defense, and that's what they're really attacking in this one. All right, so Denver, after getting out to that 7-0 lead, now finds themselves down 10-7. Buffalo has scored 10 unanswered points. Time for Denver to throw a counterpunch. Alex Singleton doing some work out in the community. Same for Deion Dawkins for the Bills. Always love when NFL players get out and are able to make a difference in their local communities. Yep, it's a bad matchup. Man coverage versus the Bills is not smart, and our zones suck. We don't pass off routes or communicate well. Very well said. All right, there we go. First carry for Tyler Bidet. Shoots out of a cannon for a gain of 7 yards. Really nice carry right there from Tyler Bidet. He's got that juice. He's got that burst and explosiveness. We got Lions Syndicate in the house. Saying number 2 offense in the league, super tough to stop. Absolutely. Oh, we lost focus. I'm going to have to do something super weird to bring my focus back. Come on, refocus. Focus on the hand, now focus on me. Bo, 2nd and 3, end around. Marvin Mims, can he take the angle for the first down? He was close. I think they're going to give it to him. Come on, refocus. There we go. And they do give him the first down. So reverse there with Marvin Mims, able to gain 3, and Denver moves the chains.
But he saw something in him. He's like, he's not just a speed guy. Gadget, jet sweep.
We need to get the time of possession back under our control. Absolutely. Again, the best defense against Josh Allen is keeping him off the field. First down and 10. Fake the handoff to Williams. Nix fires into traffic. It's too high. Off the hands of Cortland Sutton. Sutton says, that's on me. The throw is a little bit high, but Sutton does need to catch that one. Very lucky that that wasn't intercepted. So we're going to see Nix hit the bottom of his drop. Ugh. Oh, nope. That's on time. That's on time. That's got to be caught. That's on time. Bo did his job on that one. That one's on Sutton. 2nd down and 10. Heavy formation. Back to the run game. Javonte Williams and nothing. 2 yards and a cloud of dust. And another 3rd down and long situation. 3rd down and 8 here for Denver. That is not the down and distance you want to be in. You want to be in 3rd down and 5 or less. You do not want to be in 3rd down or 8. 3rd down and 8. All right, need a conversion here. You got to stay on the field. Just like Gabe says, you can't put your defense back on the field. They're going to get tired out quick. And then this game's going to get away from Denver. Just got that one off. Nix rolling, resetting, fires. Oh, man. Off target. He had Sutton open. Nearly was intercepted by Taylor Rapp. Bo with an inaccurate throw on the run there, and Denver with a 4th down. They're going to have to punt it. Oh, man. Not a good throw. Just threw it too far to the inside. Got to be more accurate there. And now you're giving the ball right back to Josh Allen and company. That was, oh, they're faking the punt. They are faking the punt. They have it. They got it.
Riley Dixon with another completion on his NFL career. Marvin Mims. Sean Payton. Sean Payton with the balls of steel. Whoa! I did not expect a fake punt there, but they got it. They had one-on-one on the outside and just kind of a little outbreaking route there by Mims. He stops and waits for it, and Dixon with a really solid throw. We've seen Riley Dixon complete passes before in his NFL career. What a gamble, and it pays off. First down and 10 from the Buffalo 42. Diamond formation out of the pistol, and they hand it off to Javonte. Javante's actually not been bad in this game. He's had a couple of nice bursts. So Sean Payton, man, that was risky. That was really risky, but he felt that he couldn't afford to give the momentum back to Buffalo. You've got to steal a possession right there, and that's what Denver did. That is stealing a possession from Buffalo. Second down and 4. You're already set up here in field goal range. Yep, and Tony Romo just said the same thing. Steal a possession. Tunnel screen. Mims, it's not there. Blown up in the backfield at the 39-yard line. And now you are like on the edge of field goal range for Lutz. It's third down and 7. Once again, not the down and distance that you want to be in. You want to be in third down and less than 5. Yep, little Jordan Humphrey with a terrible block on that one. And number 43, I believe that was Christian Denford, able to shoot the gap right there and blow up that screen. That wasn't a bad play call. That was just poorly executed by little Jordan Humphrey. If Humphrey holds up on that block, then that's Von Miller with a big hit, and Nix just has to throw it away. Looked like Vaughn was unblocked on that one, and Nix took a big hit. So now it's fourth down and 7. You're kind of in no man's land at this point. So it looked like Mike McGlinchey was trying to help to the inside, and Von Miller was virtually unblocked. McGlinchey did get a hand on him, but yeah, you got to punt this. So they get a fake punt, and this time they're going to have to try to depend on Riley Dixon to pin Buffalo back deep. Too far for a field goal. Let's see if Dixon can uncork a good one. And it bounces, and it's down at the 1-yard line by Marvin Mims. Another perfect punt. So Denver definitely winning on special teams in this game. That fake punt, although they weren't able to get any points off of it, it allowed them to get in position to down that punt to the 1-yard line, and now Denver's smelling a safety. They've gotten safeties when Riley Dixon has pinned the opponent down at the 1 before. You think about week 1 in Seattle where they got 2 of them. Hopefully they can maybe get one in this game. So overall, even though they didn't get points off of it, that fake punt was a good move by Sean Payton, and now you are winning the field position battle. And to Gabe's point, it rested the defense a little bit more as well. So overall, that fake punt does work in your favor. All right, so you are winning the field position battle now. You have got to get a stop and get the ball back in good field position. Honestly, for me, this isn't Vance Joseph. This is just Denver not having the horses to match Buffalo's personnel. And that's to be expected, man. This Broncos team, they are still young. And quite frankly, they still have some positions of need on their roster. Linebacker, tight end, running back. But in particular on defense, that linebacker position is a big, big problem. Just like Maverick says, and Gabe said the same thing earlier, you don't have the personnel to run zone coverage. They are poor at communicating. They're poor at passing off zones. They're poor at squeezing in on the receiver after the catch in order to limit big gains. So whenever Denver plays zone coverage, Vance Joseph gets scared and he plays them super off.
That gives receivers free releases off of the line of scrimmage, and it allows them to get to their spot, the void in the zone, a lot easier. So it just allows free, easy completions for the quarterback. And when you combine that with not being able to generate pressure up front, then you're in for a long day at the office on defense. That's not a scheme issue. That's a personnel issue. That screenplay was not smart, very predictable play. It was a fine play call. I will maintain it was a fine play call. Little Jordan Humphrey just got blown up on his block and the play got blown up. That happens sometimes. The play call can be fine, but when the execution isn't there, it makes it look like a bad play call. That was a good play call. It was bad execution. And that's kind of been a problem with Little Jordan Humphrey. Little Jordan's been a very big suspect in this screen game, being inconsistent for the Broncos. Sean Payton, for better or for worse, is going to lean on the screen game. But you've got to have the horses to be able to block it. All right, here we go. Big possession defensively here for Denver. Got to get off the field. You got Buffalo pinned back in their 1 yard line. Earmuffs. Do not jump off sides. Don't listen to the cadence. They're going to run a hard count here. Do not listen to Josh. Somebody flinched. Somebody flinched.
It's a good job by Brown to try and jump. I don't know if they jumped offside.
Even if you get a false start here, if you're Buffalo, that doesn't really hurt you. You just can't jump offside. All right. Cool. If you're Denver, do not listen to the quarterback. Earmuffs, earmuffs, earmuffs. Josh is going to come out and do a hard count again. It's bull crap. Do not listen to it. Oh, our first bot of the day. Earmuffs, earmuffs, earmuffs. He's going to try a hard count again. Or not. Cook, first. Got him off the goal line there, all the way up to the 9 yard line. Gain of 8. And you're letting them get 8 yards per carry on the ground, man. And you're in for a long day at the office.
Today, 4 times if they got big, but expect situations where it's on third down. How about that first 2 drives on 100
Now they're going to say 2nd and 1. That was a generous spot by the officials. Cook outside. He's not going to get it. Tackled short of the line to gain. Good stop right there. I believe that was Cody Barton in on that tackle. Benito also in on that one. 3rd down. Here comes a quarterback sneak, most likely. Tush push time. Yep, here it comes. And, yep, they push the pile and get it. Looked like Denver initially had a good penetration, but Josh Allen's so big and so powerful, that second effort's going to get him. 7:08 left to play in the first half. And looks like a little bit of extracurricular there between number 70 and Nick Benito. Benito gets a little shove in the back. Lucky that we don't get a penalty on that. Got to stay out of those extracurriculars. Don't let your temper get the best of you. Josh. Dump. Underneath Curtis Samuel. DJ Jones is not going to catch Curtis Samuel, man. That's just not fair. Samuel able to gain 6 on that.
This outstanding quarterback by Josh Allen. He's going to end up throwing right there. He's literally going to throw this ball.
Good coverage initially there by Denver, but Josh Allen just able to buy that extra second. You have DJ Jones out there in the flat basically just to occupy space, but if you put Curtis Samuel in the flat, then that's just getting a mismatch.
2nd and 4. 19.
2nd and 4. Here's Ray Davis, the rookie running back. Gain of 2. They get 3. 3rd down and 1.
He was taken to the X-ray room He is dealing with a right shoulder injury.
Oh, yeah. Jonah Ellis with a nasty hit there in his shoulder. He is questionable. Man, they have been giving Buffalo generous spots. Both times, it looked like they had gotten stopped 2 yards short of the line to gain, and both times they have given them 3rd down and 1. So that's just going to be an easy quarterback sneak. Once again, they're going to come up and tush push it. 3rd down and 1, or not. They roll out Allen. Oh, he's got the 1st down. Shake and bake on Jonathan Cooper that time. Cooper had good contain, but Josh Allen puts his foot in the ground, shakes and bakes him, and another 1st down. Broncos just do not have the horses, man. They've done a great job getting what production they've gotten out of their defense this year, but they just do not have the horses to keep up with a high-flying offense like this. Buffalo can beat you on the ground, and they can beat you through the air. 1st and 10, outside, caught. Gain of 5, working on Pat Surtain. That is Amari Cooper. There's a simple out route, and once again, Buffalo getting 5 yards per clip at least on every single play. Like we said at the beginning, this is good, valuable playoff experience for this team, no matter what happens. And that's exactly what this is, man. This is playoff experience. So even if Denver comes out and they end up losing this game, man, this is all valuable reps for this team. Every single rep that they take benefits them long term. Toss it up the gut. James Cook. Cook, another 1st down to the 38-yard line. Run game is working really, really well for Buffalo so far. They are completely pounding Denver into submission. Denver needs to get 1, man. They just need to get 1 stop. The tackling has been terrible in this one. And just like we talked about, that's an epidemic across the entire NFL. So that time they motion the tackle and they go back to Cook. That time they limit him to just 2. And Buffalo, they haven't even shot themselves in the foot. They haven't gotten any holding penalties. We just need something to go in our favor here. All it takes is 1 play to shift the momentum. All it takes is 1 play. But right now, man, this ground game is killing you. Hard count, Josh Allen. Earmuffs, earmuffs. Whistle. False start. Let's go. Buffalo shoots themselves in the foot there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yep, that's the 3rd false start on Buffalo. The one backed up on the end zone I don't really count because it doesn't really matter at all. But we haven't seen any holding penalties. But right there, we finally get a little bit of help. Back them up to 2nd and 13. Again, earmuffs, 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 earmuffs. Do not listen to Josh's cadence. Sack! Zach Allen finally has a one-on-one matchup, and he takes advantage of it. Collapsing the pocket and bringing down Josh. Some Allen-on-Allen crime. And I think Sean might have called timeout before the 2-minute warning. So he's one-on-one right there against the left guard, David Edwards, and he wins his matchup. Really nice play by Zach. So Zach Allen sacks Josh Allen. And it was actually Buffalo that called timeout. All right, 30-second timeout. It's 3rd down and 21. So at this point, back up, play zone coverage. This is when I am totally fine with playing zone coverage, but you've got to protect the sticks. You can't give up a massive chunk. Great job by Zach Allen there. Let's see if Vance Joseph wants to get aggressive and maybe light him up again.
There it is.
All right, 3rd down and 21.
Got a 3rd and 21 coming up after Zach Allen, who had an amazing
Does Vance want to bring pressure, or does he just want to rush 3? The risk with rushing 3 is that you're giving Josh a lot of time. Stay fundamentally sound. All right, underneath, rally and tackle. Rally and tackle. There we go. Good stop. 4th down. Good stop. All right, so Denver, they bend but don't break once again. Are they? No, there's no way Buffalo's going for this. It's 4th and 8. There's no way Buffalo's going for this. They take it down the 2-minute warning. Josh was still on the field kind of hoping, but there's no way Buffalo goes for that. If they go for it and don't get it, that completely loses them all of their momentum. Zach Allen, though, that was a huge sack. A huge sack. And that time, 3rd down and long, they drop back into zone, but they force them to throw underneath, and they rally to the ball and tackle. That is what you want to see when you have to play deep zone coverage. Rally and tackle. Rally and tackle. All right, so now Denver's going to have 3 timeouts to work with. They're going to have plenty of time here to try to go downfield and at least get a field goal to tie this one up. Vance needs to adjust the run defense in the second half. It's hard because you just don't really have the personnel up front to be able to run sound fundamental defense the way that you want to. So it's just going to be hard to stop the run until you get some more horses up front. Cam, I'll shave my eyebrows if they go for it here on 4th down and 8. Seriously, I will shave my eyebrows. That would be reckless and stupid, because if they go for it and don't get it, they will lose all of their momentum and they will give Denver good field position. I will legitimately shave my eyebrows if they go for it here. Great clock management using the timeout in conjunction with the 2-minute warning. Absolutely. The 2-minute warning is basically like a 4th timeout for you, and a lot of coaches don't view it that way. There are so many coaches that do not know how to manage the clock. I mean, we remember the Nathaniel Hackett years where the clock management was so bad. It is so good to know that we have a coach that actually knows how to manage the clock.
Pizza tastes better when chased by Pepsi.
All right, big drive coming up here. Broncos getting set to get the ball back.
It's amazing shots here at Orchard Park.
Marvin Mims standing back deep to accept the punt.
Well, ever since that opening drive touchdown on the heave from 43 yards out, the Broncos have been pretty much dominated, but they have a chance to go in at halftime with maybe even the lead or a tie.
Yep.
Receive the punt from Sam Martin.
Sam Martin, the former Bronco, to punt this one away.
First half down 10-7. We're getting the ball for Denver.
See what Sammy's got up his sleeve. Good kick. And that, hey! Yo! Yo! Where's the flag? Oh, man, that was close. I don't know about that one. That should have been kick-catch interference. Now we got a flag down, but I think that was after the play. Come on, man. Seriously? That's bull. I thought he called fair catch. Sure looked like it. He had a bunch of guys around him, so he would have probably had to have called fair catch. They're talking about it after the play. Oh, God. And on top of it, Marvin Mims was pissed off, and he draws a flag.
That sucks. Come on, man. Seriously, that's bull. That should have been kick catch interference. He signaled for fair catch. You've got to give him space to be able to secure the catch. If you don't, that's kick catch interference. That was bull. That was absolute bull. I don't blame Marvin for being pissed off after that. I really don't. I do not blame Marvin Mims for getting a flag there because that was bull. That was absolute bull. Oh, man. So once again, a special teams penalty right before the 2-minute warning for the Broncos. It backs them up deep. So at this point, you're probably just going to be playing for a field goal. That was weak sauce. He did not call fair catch. Okay, so technically that shouldn't have been a penalty if he didn't call fair catch, but still, man, that's rough. Wait a minute. So the long snapper is literally standing over and taunting, and he doesn't get the penalty. Are you serious? I'm seeing a replay of this right now. The long snapper is standing over and talking crap. I've seen players get a taunting penalty for that before. Are you kidding me? I've seen players get a taunting penalty for that. But what would you expect? Just like Bronco fan says, it is a Bill Vinovich crew. Yeah, that's weak sauce. That is weak sauce. Seriously, like, come on. The long snapper is literally standing over him talking crap, and you're telling me that's not a taunting penalty? Come on. All right, so Denver is now backed up all the way at the 8-yard line. So Denver has 2 timeouts left, so that is probably going to be indicative of playing for a field goal here. Knicks underneath Javonte Williams lost his footing. Just a gain of maybe 4 on that one. Oh, they were nice. They gave him 7 with his momentum falling forward. 2nd down and 3. Knicks rolling out, complete along the sideline, out of bounds. Going to keep the clock running, Lucas Kroll. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. I never said the Broncos were losing because of the refs, BK. That was just one play right there where it did not go in the Broncos' favor. Quarterback sneak, Knicks. Timeout. Pretty much any time you run the ball in a 2-minute situation, especially when you've got a bunch of guys falling on top of a pile, you need to call a timeout because it's going to take a few seconds for guys to get on top of the pile. You're going to have defenders pulling guys down, trying to keep them from getting off the pile in a timely manner. So anytime you run the ball and you get a pile up like that, you basically have to call a timeout. So now Denver has 1 timeout left after that quarterback sneak. They're set up at the 19-yard line. 57 seconds left. Plenty of time to work with. You can get up and spike the ball. So you still have plenty of opportunity here to go up and at least get into field goal range for Will Lutz. First down and 10.
Empty backfield. Trips to the left. Nix. Dumps down. Nix. He's going to take it himself. Bo Nix. He slides. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Hurry up. Go. Hurry up. Get to the line. Run a play. Go. Do something. Let's go. Let's go. I wish he would have gone out of bounds right there. The clock is still running. 35 seconds and counting. Bo. Dropping. Fires along the sideline. Caught and out of bounds. Well done by Cortland Sutton. They're hurrying him up. I don't know why Bo's in a hurry up now. The clock stopped. Maybe they're making sure that Sutton got both feet down. Looked like he did. Yep, he's good. Both feet are down. Set up at their own 42. You need another chunk play. Nix over the middle. And that looked like it was deflected. Looking for Mims. That ball completely died. It looked like it got tipped. Bo's 7 for 11 for 81 yards and a touchdown. Remember, Cortland Sutton had that drop, so that kind of makes Bo's stats look a little bit worse than they actually are. 23 seconds and counting. Or 23 seconds and not counting. 2nd and 10. Nix standing in. Nix rolling. On the run. Overthrows his man. It's incomplete. He had Devon Vele streaking down the sideline. Nix with a little too much mustard on that one. But there is laundry. There is laundry. It's going to be on the Bills. Holding defense, number 47. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. 15 seconds left. You're still going to need one chunk play to get into field goal range. You still have your timeout. Yep. Just a little bit overthrown right there from Bo. Just a little bit. All right, 1st down and 10. There's 15 seconds left. At this point, you're more concerned about the clock. So you need to get a chunk play, ideally over the middle of the field. It looks like the Bills are going to try to completely take away the middle of the field and actually bring a little pressure. They're showing potentially a cover 0 look. Buffalo will now call timeout.
So now you're sitting here like, all right, what do we think, staff? What are they going to play? What are they going to think at 15 seconds? If it's 22 seconds,
all right.
If there's no timeout, it changes. If you have another, if it's 3rd down, it changes.
So looks like Buffalo is going to try to take away the middle of the field, and they're going to probably bring some pressure and force Bo Nix to make a quick decision. So they're going to have to find an answer for this. You still have the one timeout in your back pocket if you're Denver.
Makes decisions so fast.
All right, here we go.
Changed things here with this franchise. The Bills, the living large, just trying to get deeper into the playoffs, trying to win a wild card game for a 5th straight year. That's the area.
Looks like they're ready for some pressure. They're walking up Javonte to protect. Nix is rolling away from Vaughn. Throws on the run, completes it. Cortland Sutton. He's down out of bounds at the 31. Timeout, Denver. What a throw by Bo Nix. On the run, he missed one earlier. That time it was a perfect in-stride, on-time throw. Love it. Throws it to the inside to prevent Sutton from taking any potential hits. And he's able to turn up field, and now Denver has an opportunity for a field goal. Great job. Great job by Bo Nix. So here's Will Lutz. Buffalo does have a timeout if they want to put him on ice. Really good throw. Really good throw. I think he put it behind on purpose. I think he put it to the inside shoulder on purpose. All right, 50 yards for Will. Right hash. Snap, spot. Will's kick is up, and it is doinked. No good. Damn it. Will Lutz has been clutch this
here, but he hooked it.
You're exactly right. These games can come down, and it still looked like it may have hit it and had a chance of going through.
Yep. Just a little bit too far. It hits the upright. No good. Damn. Good drive, though, man. Bo Nix with a good throw on that one. Will Lutz just has to capitalize. All right, guys, we are going to halftime. Denver Broncos still down 10-7. Buffalo does get the ball back to start the second half, but yeah, man, that was rough. Wish you could have capitalized right there. Still a good drive, though. All right, guys, we are headed to halftime. We are taking a brief intermission. Take a bong rip, go to the bathroom, refresh your beverage, whatever you guys need to do. I will be doing all three of the above. I will see you guys on the other side of halftime. I'm your host, Gage Madrid. We will be back. Let's get it, Broncos country. We are back for second half action of Denver Broncos versus Buffalo Bills. The Denver Broncos currently trail 10-7, but at the end of the day, I'm very pleased with what we've seen in this game, especially on the offensive side of the ball with Bo Nix. Bo Nix, for his first playoff start of his NFL career in a hostile environment like Buffalo against one of the best teams in the NFL, Bo is playing about as well as you could ask him to play. He has been awesome. He's made big-time throws in this game. He's making plays from outside the pocket as well as inside the pocket. I think that Bo Nix has proven that he is the franchise quarterback for this team. And I think that is the best takeaway that we can have from this game, despite the frustrations on the defensive side of the ball, especially the run defense. But to put it in perspective, guys, this Buffalo Bills team is a legitimate Super Bowl contender. It's going to be a disappointment in Buffalo if they don't make the Super Bowl this year. And this Denver Broncos team is in their house going toe-to-toe with this Bills team. This has been a really good game. I understand it hasn't been perfect. The run defense was putrid in the first half. It's got to be better. The Broncos have got to find a way to turn it up on the defensive side of the ball. But this is a young, hungry Broncos team, and they have gone into Buffalo. Say hi, Frosty. They have gone into Buffalo, and they have been able to upset this Bills team. Oh, I know. You just ate. I just fed you at halftime, you little turd. Hey. You can stay over there, that's fine, but not on the desk, child. You know that you're not supposed to be on the desk. BK says, one thing I noticed, great players love this city. 100%. And this Broncos team has proven at this point that they're going to be able to attract free agents. They're going to be able to attract guys to this team because they are a legitimate up-and-coming team. They are in Buffalo right now going toe-to-toe with this team. Julian says, Denver already won this game. Nobody expected it to be this close. I mean, listen, I always said from the beginning, if you go into Buffalo and you challenge this Bills team, even if you don't win the game, it's still a win for this team. And being able to get this valuable experience in the playoffs against this Bills team, no matter what, is a massive win for this Broncos team. So it really doesn't matter what happens at the end of this. The Broncos are playing with house money right now. They've won. It's been a successful season. Absolutely. Can we have someone chip Vaughn? He blasted Bo. Absolutely. You've got to find a way to chip Vaughn. Having Mike McGlinchey on an island where McGlinchey also has responsibilities to help out Quinn Miners on that play, that's just not fair. That is not fair to Mike McGlinchey at all. And yeah, Bo had no chance on that one at all because Mike McGlinchey just didn't have a chance either. People expected Buffalo to score 14+.5. And look, Denver's gotten some stops against this Bills team, and they've held them to 10 points. That's impressive. You can look at the negative sides of the defensive performance and say, yeah, they've given up a bunch of rushing yards, but they've held the Buffalo Bills to 10 points in the first half. If Denver makes that field goal, then you're tied going into the third quarter. Now Buffalo is going to have an opportunity here because they do get the ball to start the third quarter. They're going to have an opportunity to pile on to their lead, but hopefully Denver can go downfield and answer when they get the ball for the first time after halftime. No, Kitty, get down. Nope, you know you're not supposed to be up here.
Well, they made it very clear yesterday. We aren't scared of anybody.
Rodney's saying stack the box. I do agree that you need to on early downs, but you're always risking Josh Allen picking you apart through the air. It's kind of a pick your poison game. The Bills can beat you both on the ground and through the air. So you've got to decide how you want to get beat by this Bills team at the end of the day. Gabe says this opening drive is huge. Can't give up a 7-minute drive or a touchdown. A field goal is fine. Yep. Like we've said, holding the Bills to field goals is a massive win. So If you can hold them to a field goal here, that will be a win for the Broncos.
This drive is huge. You need to extend
All right.
this two-possession game right now and make Bo Nix not feel comfortable and have to play from that kind of a position that can run away from them. If they don't, give me points here.
Here's Lutz.
Here's the kick by Lutz.
Ty Johnson will bring it out. Johnson had a really solid first half, and Johnson stays on his feet all the way down to about the 36-yard line. Really strong return by Ty Johnson. Here's Sean Payton.
How do you contain this run game? Not only James Cook, but of course Josh Allen.
Yeah, look, we played good red zone defense. Obviously, we lost the time of possession. We didn't have a lot of snaps offensively, so we had to do a better job on our third downs. But we'll make some adjustments. They do a good job running the football, but we knew, look, the most important statistic for us here in the second half is time of possession and red zone offensive defense.
No.
Nice breaking through.
All right.
Sorry. Third quarter.
And right away, Denver gives up really strong run. First down, gain of 5. Second down and 5. So right away, man, this run defense comes out with issues in the second half. Over 100 yards given up there in the first half. Unacceptable. Yep. Frosty appearance. Yep, like we've said, the Broncos have a big linebacker problem. Toss up the gut. James Cook surges through yet another hole. Looks like Barton missed again on that one, and that'll take him up to the 48-yard line. Already Buffalo is near midfield. So it's looking like more of the same here defensively for Denver. That's frustrating. Hopefully, we can hold them to another field goal. It's up there. It's pretty bad. It looked like on that last run, it was Barton that got washed out. Play action. Zach Allen nearly had Josh, but Josh stepped out of it, and wide open down the field is Dawson Knox. Down to about the 25-yard line, and a big chunk play through the air. So that time, Denver bites on the play action because they've been getting killed on the ground. Just run a little switch release, kind of a scissors route almost there. And Dawson Knox able to get wide open, working on PJ Locke on that play. First down and 10, I formation. Curtis Samuel in motion. They go back to the ground game with James Cook. Freaking Barton misses again, bro. He's got his back completely turned to Cook on that play. First down and goal inside the 10-yard line. That's about as terrible of a drive as we've got here so far, man. What is this, 3 plays? And Buffalo's already down to first down and goal. 3, 4 plays, whatever it was? Are you kidding me? And once again, man, that was Cody Barton just getting his back turned and completely washed out in the run game. Cook up the gut. Down to the 5-yard line, pickup of 4. Dondre Tillman in on that tackle along with Riley Moss. It has been a good season, and it will be a good season no matter what happens. I will always maintain that. Especially with what we've seen from Bo Nix today. That's probably the best takeaway of all of this. Second down and goal from the 6. 5 down linemen for Denver. Press coverage at the top of the screen. Cook tries to cut it outside. Good initial tackle there. It looked like Dondre Tillman. It was Tillman who had the initial contact. Really nice job, Cook. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Dondre Tillman, great penetration. Third down and goal. I agree. This is not a Vance Joseph issue. This is a personnel issue.
Third down and goal.
This down and the next. From the 6. 3rd and goal.
From the 6-yard line, shotgun. Shakir goes in motion. Josh scanning. Josh has time. Tillman's on his ass. Josh in trouble. He steps up into a DJ Jones sack. Let's go. DJ Jones and Zach Allen. That was a coverage sack right there. There was nothing for Josh. He's pissed off. Excellent coverage sack. He steps up, and all he had upfield right there was DJ Jones and Zach Allen. The edge pressure was not there. Dondre Tillman was completely put on the ground, but great job on the interior right there, being able to collapse, but that was a coverage sack all day long. 4th and goal. Tyler Bass is up and good, and a big win. Denver holds him to a field goal and keeps this a 6-point game. Big win. Big win. Oh, it looks like maybe Pat Surtain got away with one on that one. Maybe a defensive hold. But you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. After the calls going Buffalo's way earlier, finally a call goes Denver's way, or non-call. So it is still a one-score game. Offensively, if they can go downfield and get a response here, then Denver is right back in this. Let's go ahead and change the banner real quick. We're now in quarter 3. Buffalo 13. And just some housekeeping stuff, guys, as we are here in commercial break. Please be sure to leave a like on this stream as well as subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. Helps us get seen by more people and gets us out to a wider audience. Our offense has to win this if we want it because our defense doesn't want it. I will say, man, the defense, to their credit, they have been able to hold Buffalo to 2 field goals in goal-to-go situations. So that is a massive win for the Broncos defense. They're bending, but they're not breaking. They've only given up 1 touchdown so far. Offensively, Denver has to step up. Obviously, that Cortland Sutton drop was kind of the big killer on offense. Bo Nix has made some plays. He's made some plays inside the pocket and outside the pocket. Hopefully that will continue on this upcoming drive. Sean can't be conservative. No screenplays. I'm fine with screenplays. You just got to block them. Little Jordan Humphrey did not hold up on his block on that blown up screen. So if you're able to block when you call screens, they can lead to explosive gains. Think about the Kansas City game. The Broncos got some really nice gains off of screens because their blocks actually held up. Yeah, PS2 did get away with one there, but hey, we'll take it. It wasn't called, so it's not a penalty. Need a really long drive here to give the defense a rest. 5 to 7 minute drive with points. Even 3 points. We will take 3 points here all day long, but yes, you've got to sustain possession on this drive, and you've got to be able to drain the clock. Yep, Surtain got away with one, but hey, man, Buffalo got away with one earlier in this game, so kind of washes out. I don't really get the defensive hate this season. MHH Podcast has been pushing that narrative. Yeah, I do not give a whole lot of credence to that particular network. Not everybody at that network. I think there are some great people who work for that network. Nick Kendall, Lance Sanderson, Kenneth Booker. I think some guys over there are great, but there are some of the main talking heads over there that I do not necessarily agree with a lot of their opinions. Let's just put it that way. I do occasionally try to get Broncos for breakfast with Nick and Scott. I do like that one a lot. And then also Lance Sanderson and Eric Trickle. I'll watch that one on occasion. Yeah, for me, it's the top 2, Zach and Chad. And it's not even exactly football opinions all necessarily either. There's some stuff behind the scenes that's gone down before that, yeah, kind of runs me the wrong way. We'll just leave it at that. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line, heavy personnel. And they are going to ride the ground game, and Buffalo is ready for it, meeting Jaleel McLaughlin at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it might have been Quinn Miners who got blown up on that block. Let's see. So Vinovich is on the bench talking to Josh Allen, I guess? I've never seen a referee on a bench before. I have never seen that before in my life. Bill Vinovich over there talking to Josh Allen. Are you freaking kidding me? Perna's awesome. I've met Perna before. He is awesome. Second down and 9. Handoff, little draw play here. And, of course, Javonte Williams stumbles. That could have been a massive gain, but it turns out to only be a gain of 4. Third down and 5. Terrible footing by Javonte out the gate, man. That could have been an explosive run. If that were Jaleel, that would have been a big run. Third down and 5. Hell, if that were Estime, that would have been a big run. Standing in, Nix fires too high and incomplete. Looking for Troy Franklin, and Denver will have to punt it away. Disappointing drive. Franklin's got to hold on to that one, but that one's not the greatest of throws. It's high. Bo's looking for a penalty. He wants the flag. All right, let's see if Riley Dixon can bomb another one here. I don't get why you run that draw play with Javonte. I really don't. That could have been at least a 10-yard run if that was Jaleel or Tyler Bidet. Sean Payton said that we were going to see a heavy dose of Bidet in this one, and thus far that hasn't rung true. Not pleased at all right there. That was not a good job by Sean. That should not have been Javonte. He has got some of the worst footwork coming out the gate, and once again, he just stumbles. It's the worst, man. I agree. You've got to catch it. It was a high throw, though, from Bo. That's on both of them. That is 100% on both of them. Not a great throw, but it's got to be caught regardless. You've got to help your quarterback out in that situation. He's under duress. He's just trying to make a play, and Franklin doesn't help him out. Yes. There is a very distinct possibility if Denver does not win this, that this is Javonte Williams' final game in a Broncos uniform. So there is a positive there at least. And I like Javonte as a dude. He seems like a great dude, but he's just not it anymore, man. That injury zapped all of his burst and explosiveness. He's always had poor vision. He's always had questionable footwork. And now he doesn't have that run over an MF type of mentality that he used to have. So it sucks, man. That injury really did change the entire trajectory of his career, but I just don't see him getting re-signed by Denver. Denver needs to find other opportunities for other players at that position. I think it's a combination of confidence as well as just a diminished physical ability. It's unfortunately just the lethal combo for running backs in the NFL. I agree. Franklin has been very disappointing with his drops, his poor ability to track a go ball, his inability to hold on to contested balls. I mean, it's just rough. And the Broncos are going to have to depend on Franklin to make some of these plays. And thus far, the only time that we've really seen Bo and Franklin connect has been on that play earlier in this game. Outside of that, the chemistry has been non-existent between those two, and that's unacceptable for two guys who played together in college.
Of course, always remembered around here. Carlton Bailey returned that tip pass for the touchdown in the game.
So now Buffalo set to get going again. I think in this game, we're really starting to see a lot of the areas where the Denver Broncos are going to have to address in the offseason. So in many ways, this is a good thing for the Broncos. Back to James Cook. Jaquan McMillan came downhill and helped out on that tackle. Gain of maybe 2. Actually, they're going to say gain of 1. Finally, a generous spot. 2nd down and 9. Rodney says, bring in Tez Johnson. I agree. I really like Tez Johnson. I think he's a more complete wide receiver than Troy Franklin was coming out. I really like Johnson. And obviously, him being Bo Nix's adopted brother and them already having that chemistry, yes, please. 2nd and 9. Clean pocket. Underneath, crossing route. Khalil Shakir stays on his feet. Terrible tackling. 1st down, all the way down to the 40. Yep, that time, PJ Locke with the miss. Justin Sternod with the miss. And then Pat Surtain finally bumps him out of bounds.
Second in the league behind Jamar Chase for yards after the catch. In the regular season, he got more right there. He would
1st down and 10. From their own 41-yard line. Josh Allen hands this one off to Ray Davis. Davis lowers his shoulder into Justin Sternod. Gain of 7. We got Laundry. Holding. Come on. Holding. Tell us, Vinovich. Thank you, Vinovich. Holding on Dalton Kincaid. I believe that's the first holding penalty for the Bills in this game. And holding penalties are the big drive killers, man. It's as good as a sack. He's got inconsistent hands and his tracking sucks, especially on go balls. So 1st down and 20. Buffalo now backed up to their own 31. Josh is trying a hard count. It's not working. A little motion there from Amari Cooper. Allen, pockets collapsing. He's rolling out to his right. Josh Allen tries to shake and bake on Jonathan Cooper. He does, and Josh Allen gets up to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. That's what Josh Allen can do, man. Even when you're right defensively and you have good contain, he can just put his foot in the ground and shake and bake you and make you wrong. That's what he does, man. So 2nd down and 13. Oh, I'm so pumped for this upcoming draft. And I'm going to be traveling down to the East-West Shrine game in a couple of weeks. Assuming Denver's not in the AFC Championship. And, Josh Allen overthrew Ray Davis. Unfortunately, Brandon Jones is going to get a penalty. He's taking full responsibility, but more importantly, Davis is hurt. So Brandon Jones is going to get a penalty for that. He feels terrible. He wasn't trying to hurt him there. That sucks. That sucks. That's a hospital ball from Josh, man. It's the right call. It's absolutely the right call, but that's on Josh for throwing his receiver into that contact. I'm sorry, man. When you've got a running back on a wheel route, you do not overthrow and lead him into a safety hit like that. That is a hospital ball from Josh Allen, man. Brandon Jones, I mean, honestly, yes, he shouldn't have lowered his helmet right there, but I can't really be mad at him for that. That's a hospital ball. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, that would not have been called a penalty. Yeah, pretty much. Like, he could have maybe put his helmet up just to avoid the lowering the helmet penalty, but
He's in a bad position there. That's Josh Allen's fault. I miss the days when Cam Chancellor used to lay the wood. Yep. Cam Chancellor would not be allowed to play in the modern NFL. Definitely. Jones needs to try to let up in that situation, but he's caught in a really bad position. Quarterbacks aren't getting punished for hospital balls anymore, and it sucks. The good news is Davis is up. He is going to the locker room, walking off under his own power, so that's very good to see. But, yeah, man, that just sucks. That just sucks. Yeah, he would be ejected every game, literally every single game. It's almost impossible to look at a Cam Chancellor highlight reel and not find at least 10 plays where he would have gotten ejected. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Vernon Davis play, that Cam Chancellor hit when Davis was still with the 49ers. Oh, my God. Yep, Cam Chancellor, they do not make him like him anymore. Yeah, Davis is very woozy after that, but good to see him walking off the field.
Yeah, it sure was, Jim. And I give Jones credit too.
All right, here's Jones.
His technique, he's trying to do the best he can.
Man, that sucks. He's trying to lower his shoulder too, and his helmet's just kind of there naturally. That just sucks. That just sucks, man. That was a bang play. That just sucks. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. That sucks, dude. Oh, Josh feels terrible. He knew that was a hospital ball. At the end of the day, that was on Josh. He feels awful about it, too. 2nd down and 9. From the Denver 46. Allen's in the gun. Looking from the pocket. Fires over the middle. Caught. 1st down. Dawson Knox. At this point, field goal makes this a 2-score game. So that last wasted possession offensively is going to probably be the one that comes back to bite you. Yep, it was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. 1st down and 10. Josh stepping up, firing, overthrew Keon Coleman. Had a step on Riley Moss. 2nd and 10. Josh Allen's missed a few throws today. He has sailed quite a few. Man, Keon left Riley in the dust on that one. Josh just completely overthrew it. I don't even think Josh was expecting him to be open there. 2nd down and 10. Two receivers set to the right side. Now Shakir motioned over there as well. They're going to run sort of a draw play here to Cook. And a gain of a couple. 3rd down. Again, I'll take a field goal, but regardless, it's going to make it a 2-score game. So at this point, you're kind of hoping for maybe a turnover here on 3rd down and 8. Swing the momentum if possible. 4:06 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Josh Allen changing the play at the line. Tunnel screen, Khalil Shakir. Good tackle. Zach Allen catches him from behind. And Shakir's going to be short of the line to gain. 4th down.
That was a generous spot again, man. They're calling that 4th down and 1. Good job catching him from behind right there. That was a generous spot. 4th and 1. They're lining up in shotgun. Earmuffs. Earmuffs. Do not listen to the snap count. Earmuffs. They're going. Josh dances. Josh has time. He's trying to direct traffic. Heaves it. End zone. And it is caught. Touchdown. Ty Johnson. Holy crap, man. Josh Allen, dude. That's what he does. Let's make sure. Is he out? That looks like that might be out. The knee is down. That's hella close. What a throw by Josh Allen. That is a touchdown. He's down. That's just a incredible effort. Ooh, we got to see that. Where does... Oh, that's so close. I don't think there's going to be conclusive evidence to overturn that. That was all Josh Allen, dude. You can't even be mad about that. That's just incredible football. They're going to look at this. Remember, the original ruling on the field's touchdown. Is there enough conclusive evidence to overturn it? I don't think so. I'm not even mad about that, man. I can't be. That's just incredible football. All the way around. You're going to get got sometimes, and that's just incredible football. I cannot be mad about that whatsoever. Like, if we had seen Bo Nix make a play like that, and trust me, he is perfectly capable of making plays like that, then we'd all be drooling right now. That is just Josh Allen being Josh M. effing Allen. I don't think that you're able to reverse that, to be honest. It's so close. And the touchdown stands. Yep. That was so close, man. There was not going to be enough conclusive evidence to overturn that. So that's probably your backbreaker right there if you're Denver. That sucks. That definitely sucks. The Broncos have shown a lot of fight, especially offensively, but right there, that is probably going to be the play that breaks it. Unfortunate. Yep, there wasn't enough conclusive evidence to overturn it. Touchdown stands. All right, what say you, Bo Nix? No, because we got Bo Nix. I believe in him. I believe. All right, here we go, Sean. It's time to be aggressive. Balls to the wall. Let's go. Yeah, man, there's no way you would be able to overturn that. That was too close. I still cannot get over Bill Vinovich going over to the sideline and talking to Josh Allen. That, I've never seen that before, and that's just rigged. That just feels rigged, man. I'm not normally one to say that either, but come on, man. Referees are not supposed to do that crap. They're going for two. Hey, my scenario is still very possible here. Let's see if they get this 2-point conversion. My overtime scenario is still alive. Yep, they get the 2-pointer. Riley Moss just falls down. Keon Coleman. If Denver can tie this thing up and we go to overtime, my overtime scenario is still alive. That would be hilarious, bro. That would be absolutely hilarious. So Keon Coleman gets the 2-pointer. It's 21-7. Here we go. Here we go. What say you, Bo Nix? You are up, buddy. It is time for you to deliver a counterpunch. I am going to laugh so hard if my overtime scenario comes to fruition. If you guys missed my game preview, I predicted that at the end of regulation, it would be tied 21-21. Denver would lose the coin toss. They would get the ball first because, remember, it's the new overtime rules in the playoffs where both teams have the opportunity to possess. Buffalo would defer in that situation. Denver would march downfield, score a touchdown, score a 2-point conversion. Buffalo would then march downfield. Josh Allen will be Josh Allen. He'll respond with the same, but they can only get downfield and tie with a 2-point conversion. Then it'll become sudden death. Denver would get the ball first, and they can march downfield and kick a game-winning field goal. Is it crazy? Yes, but it's alive. It's technically still alive. I'm going to laugh so hard if that ends up happening, bro. Legitimately. If that actually happens, then I should have put some money on this game. But like we've said, man, regardless of what happens in this game, this has been a successful season. And with the way Bo Nix has played in this game, you feel even more comfortable and confident that he is your franchise quarterback. I got to change the banner real quick. So regardless, man, I'm not upset at all with how this game has gone. Not even a little bit. Some of it's a little bit frustrating with how the defense has played at times, but quite frankly, I am not upset at all because this has been a very successful year, and we've got our franchise quarterback, Broncos country. We've got our guy.
20-second playoff action.
I mean, this is just nuts. PJ Locke, there's really nothing he can do on that. That's just all Josh Allen, bro. I can't be upset about that. That's just good ball. That is just good ball. All right, Tyler Bass to kick off. 3:06 left to play in the third quarter. Traymon Smith dropped it, picked it up, touchback. And you guys got to remember, man, the Denver Broncos are playing against a team that is going to be disappointed if they don't make the Super Bowl this year. And they've gone in and they've held up pretty well against this team. It's time for Bo Nix to respond right here, right now. This is where we find out what this team's made of. First down and 10. I formation. Bo Nix dummy cadence, making a check at the line. Humphrey motioned. Up the gut. Williams. Gain of 4. And once again, a very non-generous spot. That was clearly a 4-yard gain, and they only give him 3. The spotting in this game has been questionable, man. Very questionable. That was clearly a gain of 4. I said 4 yards. Jim Nance said 4, and they only give him 3. Ridiculous. 2nd and 7. Handoff. Bidet stumbles out the gate. Gain of a yard. 3rd down and 6.
Now you got 3rd and 6. Milano and Johnson both come out. Denver's been dominant in the second half on defense. Their adjustments.
This might be 4-down territory here for Denver already.
Broncos enter this drive 2 for 6 on third down conversions. Clock's ticking. They just got it away. Oh, man, false start. Troy Franklin. Yep. Good call. That's just not great. Too many self-inflicted wounds. Third down and 11. Minute and a half left to play. Bo stands in, fires into traffic, incomplete. Hamlin had a chance at a pick. And Denver will punt it again. I don't agree with that decision. I'd go for it. Yeah, he's trying to just force it there. Yeah, it was a good play by Hamlin. Very lucky. Dixon uncorks a big one. Inside the 20, a missed tackle, though, from Smith. Another missed tackle from Devon Key. Another missed tackle from J.L. Skinner. Still going all the way down to the 41-yard line. Way too many missed tackles. Mixed tackles there from Tremon Smith, Devon Key, and J.L. Skinner. Vance Joseph not happy. Nor is Ben Kotwika. They just cut to VJ. He's like, oh. Yep. Just a young team getting outmatched, man. That's what happens, but this is valuable playoff experience for this team. It's been a good run, man. It has been a really good run. I cannot be upset at all with how Bo Nix has played in this game. So there's a lot of positives to take away, but this team needs to add talent in multiple different areas. And the best part is they're going to have the resources this offseason to do it. So quite frankly, there's not much to be upset about right now. We're going up, Broncos country. We are on the way up. Yep, without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. Not even close. Last season had its moments. It definitely had some really fun moments. I mean, that Kansas City victory was the best game that I've witnessed in person just because of what it meant for this team. It was really the signal that the culture was shifting in the right direction. But this season has been incredible. Absolutely incredible. That Kansas City game this year was really fun. It was a playoff-type atmosphere at Mile High. The Indianapolis game, that was absolutely awesome. Rodney, I love you, but I really hope this is a joke. I really hope this is a joke. I swear to God, man, I cannot. We saw Russell Wilson last night, bro. He does not have it anymore. He does not have it anymore. Oh, my God, bro. Russell Wilson, this game would have never been close if Russell Wilson were the quarterback. Dude, Bo Nix has made multiple big plays on third down. His receivers have let him down twice. He had that massive touchdown to start the game. Bo Nix has been fantastic in this game. There's really nothing that Bo Nix has done poorly in this one. Okay, he missed one throw. He missed one throw to Cortland Sutton. That's it. Bo's been great. He has been great in this game. This is not on Bo whatsoever. He has stepped up to the plate. The players around him have not. Too many drops, missed blocks on screens. Okay, yes, the honey hole shot to Vele. That was the second one he missed. All right, we're back. So he's missed two throws.
But also, there was a missed penalty on that missed honey hole shot too. So, quite frankly, that one kind of was a washed out play. Seriously, I'm not upset with how Bo Nix has played in this one. And I'm also not upset with the defense either because, quite frankly, you knew that eventually this team was going to reach its ceiling. They have limited depleted personnel. Tunnel screen. Good tackle there, DJ Jones. Brings up third down. Hey, if Denver can get off the field here, it is 3rd down and 6. And just like BK has said, a few bad decisions, but he's a rookie. Absolutely. If that continues into next season, then I'll be concerned. That's the thing, though. It's like, what will we see next season from Bo Nix? Will he continue to show growth and strides like he has all season long? I expect that to be the case. And again, he is still a rookie. But going in, playing his first playoff game in a hostile environment where the communication is really difficult, where it is almost impossible to hear, Bo Nix has made some plays. You cannot be upset with how Bo Nix has played. I think you mean Jordan Palmer, Maverick Carson's brother. Yeah, he's a quarterback guru that works on fundamentals and footwork, and that is one area where Bo Nix can definitely continue to get better, is his footwork and his lower body mechanics. Once he gets honed in with his lower body mechanics, then he's going to be in really good shape. We remember Josh Allen at times had that wild inaccuracy his first couple of years, but once he worked with Jordan Palmer and tied his hips, his feet, and his shoulders together with his throwing mechanics, then he was able to turn into one of the most accurate throwers in the NFL, and that's how he became the Josh Allen that we know today. I would not be surprised at all if we saw Bo Nix continue that trajectory. Is Davis Webb gone? I think that the only way Davis is gone is if he gets an offensive coordinator job where he'll have the opportunity to call plays. The New York Giants have been named as a possible team that might give him that opportunity, but in Denver, if he doesn't get that opportunity, they will probably give him some sort of promotion. Maybe shift Joe Lombardi to a senior offensive assistant role or promote him to assistant head coach and then insert Davis Webb as the offensive coordinator. Sean will still be the play caller, but Davis will be more involved in the game planning and the install of the offense, all of that stuff, and he'll get more of a feel for the X's and O's side of things before he has an opportunity to go and call plays. So I think that might be the trajectory for Davis Webb if he is going to stay here in Denver. All right, start of the fourth quarter. Broncos are facing a 3rd down and 6.
14-3 all time in the postseason. The only 3 visiting quarterbacks who have won here: Mark Brunell, Joe Burrow.
Denver down 21-7.
The last 2 years.
3rd down and 6 for Buffalo from their own 45. Motion man's Mac Hollins. Allen looking, floating wide open. Pat Surtain completely loses Curtis Samuel. Misses a tackle there from Drew Sanders, and Samuel takes it home. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is it. Yep, defense just got outclassed today and outmatched. Even your best player, Pat Surtain, gives up an absolutely inexcusable completion right there. You just got outclassed today by one of the best teams in the NFL. You came into this with just an unfavorable matchup. Yep, man coverage. And Surtain just completely got lost. Samuel completely burns him on that. And then a couple missed tackles to boot, and Samuel takes it home. And the atmosphere in Buffalo is absolutely insane. So now it's going to be all about how does Bo Nix and this offense respond? Do they show fight in them as this game is now pretty much sealed? What do they do in these remaining few minutes? That's what we're going to find out. What type of guts does this team have? What kind of fight do they have left in them? That's what good teams do. They fight until the final bell, even when the game's out of hand. So that's what we're going to have to see here. You know what? Screw them, because the Bengals didn't win enough games and the Broncos did. It's that simple. All those people saying that the Bengals should have been in the playoffs, even if you shift the playoff formula and you shift it to being a non-division winning one and you base it off of record, Denver would still be in the playoffs over Cincinnati. So, you know what? Screw them. Exactly. Don't lose week 1 to the Patriots. Last season, the Broncos got eliminated from the playoffs off of a loss to the Patriots, and this year it was the Bengals who suffered that fate. The Broncos 100% deserve to be a playoff team, and you know what? They came in here and they put up a really good fight offensively, and I'm really looking forward to see what they've got left in them. Defensively, they got outclassed. They got outmatched. This wasn't a lack of effort on the defensive side of the ball. This wasn't a play calling problem. They just got outclassed. That's it. So at the end of the day, man, I'm not upset. I'm not, because this was a successful season for this Broncos team. They accomplished their big goal. They have found their guy at the quarterback position. There's so much to be happy about right now. They did not give up. They did not give up. I disagree. They did not give up. If they had given up, then this score would be 42-0 right now. They have not given up. They've just gotten outclassed. It's that simple. All right. Marvin Mims standing in his end zone.
Great work by Curtis Samuel to make his way through the secondary.
I disagree with that. Broken tackles means just bad fundamentals and bad mechanics in the tackle. They are gassed and they are demoralized, yes, but that doesn't mean that they've given up. Welcome in, Robert. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you are doing well.
Draw a line. How many guys are on the side? 2 guys on the side, 2 on the other. They have the 4-by-1 down.
Here's Smith on the return, and Tremon gets blasted at the 24-yard line.
Speaking of 4-by-1, Tony, we just said draw a line from the
All right,
center.
what say you, Bo?
On that side of it, that catch one on this side. No one runs it more than the Bills all year long. Joe Brady, they know they've got so many different things. You see it
And again, man, the Buffalo Bills, they are a legitimate Super Bowl contender. For them, it is Super Bowl or bust. They are in a completely different weight class as this Broncos team. The Broncos were able to deliver a couple of early blows, but ultimately, they're just not in the same weight class as this Bills team.
Joe Brady told us he got a doctorate degree working under one of the greatest coaches of all time.
First down and 10. Trips to the right. Javonte Williams in the backfield. At this point, you're just going to be throwing it all game long. Nix. Hell, he's going to make a play with his legs here. Makes a couple guys miss. Bo Nix, first down and more, and stumbles down. They're going to mark him down at the 40, near the 45.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it, but because the size is different, but people have said it's a lot like Josh Allen. Had it all week. Yeah, he's got a little size to it.
So on this side of the ball, you can see that there's still fight in them. There's still guts in them.
First down of the second half.
First and 10. Bo. Another good throw. Cortland Sutton on the in-breaking route. And yes, I know people are already going to say it. It's garbage time. Buffalo's letting up on defense. That is true. But Bo Nix is making the plays that are there for him on the field.
It's just tough when you can't manufacture a single first down earlier on in the half. 1st and 10, outside and underneath. Pass is caught. Franklin down inside the 35. So Denver is already knocking on the door. You get a score on this drive, you still have a faint pulse. Obviously, you're still going to have to stop Josh Allen, but you score on this drive, you still have a faint pulse. Bo, pump, run. It's not there, so he's going to take it himself. Slides down to protect himself at about the 22-yard line. That's where they will spot him. 1st down and 10.
Got a score here, obviously. Get sevens, but I think what Sean Payton has done, only 4 teams ever have been last in the league in dead cap.
I do wish that we would have seen Bo maybe take off a little bit earlier, and Buffalo will call timeout.
It's really impressive to create this culture. You've got to be right all the way around from player evaluation, personnel, to your scheme. Sean Payton has done that.
All right, so there's 12:51 left, obviously being down 3 scores. You're backed up against the wall right now, but we've seen crazier things happen in the NFL. Bo's still smiling on the sideline, man. If you're telling me that that's bad body language, then I don't know what to tell you.
Sean McDermott has been great for a long time. Breakdown for Buffalo. 4-1 in a walk. They lost the first time out down in Houston in an overtime game. They won 4 straight at home in the wild card since. It's the divisional round.
Defensively, I would agree. I would definitely agree. I say they won on special teams, and then offensively, it's kind of been a wash. But I would agree. Defensively, outclassed. They're not even in the same weight group. Completely outclassed. 1st and 10, diamond formation. Nick stands tall and swings it. Mims, and that's just completely blown up. Nothing Bo liked downfield, so he came back to his check, and Buffalo rallied and made the tackle for a loss of 3. At this point, you just want Bo to force one into the end zone. I don't care if he gets picked at this point. You're just trying to make a play. Literally, I do not care if Bo throws a pick now. Just try to make a play. 2nd and 13. Pressure's coming. Vaughn almost had him that time. Bo, oh man, that was a low throw. Nearly could have been caught there by Devon Vele. He gave him a chance, but Vele couldn't hold on. Von Miller making an impact on that play. Spin move on Mike McGlinchey. That was vintage Von Miller right there, man. That puts a smile on your face. Oh, that had a chance. It hit Vele in the face mask. You had a shot at that one, man. Love you, Vaughn. You know that Vaughn will be dapping it up with a lot of the guys down there on the field. And Denver's got to call a timeout. That's not good. Play clock got away from him again. That's been a common problem, something that's going to have to get fixed going into next year. It was a problem last year with Russell Wilson. It was a problem that continued into this year with Bo Nix. So that's something that's going to have to get fixed. The communication in the helmet, maybe reducing your verbiage in your play calls if you're Sean Payton. There's a lot that's going to have to be done. Again, man, this is a young team, and the fact that they made it this far and showed this much growth in year 1 of this unit being together, that's why you have so much reason for optimism going forward. That combined with the resources that the Broncos are going to have to invest into this roster, dude, the sky's the limit for this team moving forward. They got outclassed today. They got outmatched, but that doesn't mean that they weren't deserving to go to the playoffs. That doesn't mean that this wasn't a successful season, and that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be happy here in Broncos country, because I know I sure as hell am. I'm really happy. 3rd down and 13. Bo nearly got Vaughn again.
Underneath there, that was Sutton making the catch. Him and Franklin were in the same area. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. Obviously, Denver's going for it. 4th down and 2. That's a long 2. That's more like a 4th down and 3. That's a terrible spot again. Bo dumps it to Jaleel, and he is popped out of bounds short of the line to gain by Cam Lewis. But Lewis is injured. So they'll be tending to him, but Buffalo's going to take over on downs. Nope, Sean came over and just chewed out Bo. Or he's upset with Franklin. I don't like that play call. I don't think that's a good 4th down play call. Yeah, I don't like that call. Nope. That was not it. That was not it. A rollout and dump off on 4th down? No. He didn't like Franklin's effort on that play. He was yelling at Franklin, so I don't know what he did there. Field goal does you absolutely no good. There's no reason at all to kick the field goal. I like the decision to go for it on 4th down. What I didn't like was the play call. Apparently, he was mad at Franklin. I don't know if he ran the wrong route or gave poor effort on a block. Whatever he did, Sean didn't like it. So, I don't know, man. That's one where I don't like that thought process. A rollout on 4th down, really? That Sean does have to have some accountability for that. That was not a good play call. That was not a good play call. Again, I don't know what Franklin was supposed to do. Maybe it would have been correct if Franklin actually did make the play, but I don't know, man. That one was questionable. That one was definitely questionable. So now at this point, wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo thinks about pulling their starters. Denver's going to keep everybody in there at this point. It's the last game of the season. But yeah, so at this point, we're just going to run out the last few minutes of this game. It sucks the way that this season ended, but again, that doesn't make this season any less successful or give us any less reason for optimism going forward. We've got our quarterback of the future, Broncos country, and that's the biggest thing that we should be happy about. I mean, look, I'm not going to kick a guy when he's down, but I have also been on the record saying I did not like that draft pick at all. Yeah, we could have had Bucky Irving, could have gotten a starting caliber tight end. So there were a lot of bad thought processes there trading up to go get Troy Franklin. Again, I don't want to kick the guy when he's down, but it's just tough because you could have had so much more. And I agree, bring in Tez Johnson. I think he is a much more well-rounded receiver than Troy Franklin. I do think that Tez Johnson would benefit this Broncos offense. So, yep, it is now draft season, Broncos country, and it is now free agency season. Get ready for all of the crazy videos. We're going to be pumping out hella content here on this channel. The David Njoku rumors, we're going to fire those back up. We are in full off-season mode now, Broncos country. I am excited. Josh is going to keep it. Slides down at the 20-yard line, gain of 6. You're right. The Bills are a badass team. They are in a completely different weight class as the Denver Broncos, and the Broncos just got outmatched today. But that doesn't mean that the Broncos aren't a good football team, and that doesn't mean that this is going to be a unsuccessful year for the Broncos. I understand it's disappointing the way that the season's ending, but at the end of the day, this Broncos team still had a successful year. They made the playoffs, and they deserve to be here, despite what idiots on ESPN might want to say. The Broncos deserved to be here today. Meanwhile, it was a toss out to Ty Johnson. Got a yard short of the line to gain. Popped out of bounds by Sternad and Barton. 3rd down and 1. At this point, Buffalo is just trying to run out the clock. There's 10 minutes left to play. Roll out. Throw. Caught. 1st down. Ty Johnson. Brandon Jones meets him immediately, but not before they move the chains. 1st down, Buffalo. And like I said earlier, screw them.
He might have been the best 4th down back with that touchdown he caught on 4th and 1. And this is what you're looking for. Great job by
I disagree. Not this one. This one. I disagree with that. Because quite frankly, Denver is used to playing in the cold. In fact, their previous game against Kansas City, the ambient air temperature was actually colder in that game than this game. Obviously, in this game, you're going to be dealing with some lake effect wind, but the cold wasn't a factor in this game, I feel like. It was just Denver being outclassed by a better team. I mean, I would have loved to see Joe Burrow in the playoffs as well, but not at the expense of the Denver Broncos. And quite frankly, they didn't win enough games, so they didn't deserve to be there. It sucks because that Bengals defense just completely let down Joe Burrow, but at the end of the day, the Broncos deserve to be here more because they won more games. I don't necessarily think it's the cold that's making receivers having trouble catching. I just think that Franklin in particular has trouble going up and high pointing the ball. He has trouble tracking the ball. He doesn't like to fight through contact. I got to be honest, that Jerry Jeudy comp for Troy Franklin is not far off. Oh, God. Khalil Shakir with the spin cycle. Put him in the dryer. Oh, my God. Woo! That was nasty. That was filthy nasty. 3rd down and 4. Yeah, just like Maverick said, we've had drops all season long. Cold games, warm games, it doesn't matter. The drops have been a problem for this team. 3rd down and 4. Josh heaves it. Oh, it's caught. Dalton Kincaid gets behind P.J. Locke. Now, listen, I don't think P.J. Locke's been terrible this year, but I do think that you could stand to maybe upgrade over P.J. Locke at the safety position. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos possibly pursued that avenue. Ty Johnson. Gain of 8. He has, man. Josh Allen has been sensational. He is just a different breed, man, especially in the playoffs. And this is valuable experience for this young Broncos team because it's not going to get much harder than this, quite frankly. This is about as big of a test as you're going to get in the playoffs. So now the Broncos know what they're going to expect heading into next year, where my expectations for this team are going to be a lot higher. I have AFC Championship game expectations for the Denver Broncos next year. I do. This was the good first step, making the playoffs, but next year, I believe that it's AFC Championship game or bust. They definitely need to add talent to that group. I think that 1st round, we could be looking at a wide receiver. 2nd, 3rd round, I think that the Broncos could double up at the wide receiver position, but there are other positions that this game made very evident the Denver Broncos are going to have to address in the offseason. Linebacker is one of them. Running back is another one. The Broncos are just a little bit short-handed in terms of personnel right now. I think they could use a little bit more beef on the D-line. They've got some really good pieces there. Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, DJ Jones. But I think they could maybe use one more piece on the D-line to really beef up that unit. Jaquan McMillan's been really good, but I think that they might look to potentially put in Chris Abrams-Drain long-term at nickel because Jaquan, I want to say, is entering free agency this year. So that's something else to think about. Quite frankly, the Broncos have a ways to go, but they can address almost all of their needs this offseason. This game put into perspective the areas that the Denver Broncos need to address, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing because the Broncos actually have the resources to make these moves.
Yeah, just look at the AFC brackets during this timeout. If this ends up being exactly what it looks like, a Buffalo win, that will send.
But the biggest position for me that needs to be addressed this offseason on defense is linebacker. You've got a clean house in that unit. Justin Sternod, he's on an extension, so he'll probably be back, but Alex Singleton's a free agent, and he is just – I don't think he's going to be gone. I don't think he's going to be here. Excuse me. I think he's going to be gone. He's just kind of mid for me. I don't know. I'm not the hugest fan of Alex Singleton. Justin Sternod, he's been terrible. He shouldn't be a starter for you. And then Cody Barton on a 1-year deal. He's gone. He's out of here. Absolutely no way, Jose. Gone. So, yeah, for me, that's the biggest position that the Denver Broncos need to address.
35-10.
Yep, Singleton's a free agent, and I don't think he's coming back. Or wait, no, I think that he might be a free agent because of cap casualty reasons. Either way, he's not going to be back. Yeah, I can't remember if he still has one more year, but it's a very easy to move off of deals. So, yeah, I just don't think that Singleton's going to be back. It's not much of an upgrade over Cody Barton or Justin Sternod either. Singleton has some of the same issues in coverage that both of those guys do. Yeah, so it's one more. I remember now. It's one more year on his extension, but he's very easy to cut. Matt Collins caught down to the 3, working on Pat Surtain again. And we got a late flag on the back end of it. That might be roughing the passer on Nick Benito. Or they get Matt Collins on a taunt. So now you call taunting, but you don't call taunting on the long snapper earlier in the game. Thanks, Vinovich. And no, I'm not blaming the officials for today's loss. The Broncos beat themselves today, and they got beat by a better team. That was kind of a late hit. I was worried that was going to be roughing the passer. Oh, Josh broke a fingernail.
But here's the penalty. When you get up, can't step over him like that. That'll be called.
Yeah, PS2 has given up some plays here in the second half, for sure. I'm not going to say overall it was a bad game, but he definitely has given up some plays here in the second half. I mean, at this point, both teams are just interested in getting out of here, run the clock out. Obviously, for Denver, you're going to savor these last few moments on the field because this is going to be a different team next year. Not all these guys are going to be back. This is the last time that this group of players for the Denver Broncos are going to be taking the field together. So you got to savor some of these moments here. There are going to be guys who have been on this team for multiple years that most likely aren't going to be back. Javonte Williams, he's not going to be back. Alex Singleton, he's probably not going to be back. Oh, yeah. Yep, taunting Matt Collins against Surtain. Easy call. But, yep, this is the last time that this particular group of players will be on the field together. So, got to sit back and savor it. So after this game, it is going to be the Eagles and the Packers, followed by the Buccaneers and the Commanders tonight. We will, of course, be doing all of our post-game stuff, the post-game stream, and then we'll be bringing in the press conferences as soon as Sean Payton takes the podium. And we are on to draft season, Broncos country. We are on to the Shrine Bowl. I am so excited to be heading down to Dallas to cover that event. If some big play happens in one of these games, yeah, I'll post something over there. But obviously, I'm only going to be able to catch probably half of the Eagles game because I'll be doing the post-game show and
pumping out a couple of videos after this, but it's going to be all happy vibes here on Broncos Syndicate. This should not be a day of mourning here in Broncos country. This should be a day of celebration and a day to be happy and thankful for what is coming moving forward. The future is bright, Broncos country. It is so bright. This is just the first year of many playoff appearances under Sean Payton. This is the first of many playoff appearances under Bo Nix. Appreciate you, Maverick. Thank you guys so much for sticking by me for another year. This was our third year covering the team and easily the best one. Looking forward to next year, man. It's going to be so much fun. I'll be having even higher expectations for this team. Again, like I said, AFC Championship game or bust next year for this Denver Broncos team. I'm so excited to cover this offseason, cover all the additions that this Broncos team is going to make, and it's all going to start with Shrine Bowl and Senior Bowl. I'll be covering Shrine in person from Dallas here in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited for that. Happy times, Broncos country. Happy times indeed. All right, 2nd and 15. There's 5.5 minutes left to go. Buffalo's continuing to just run this ball. They are now down to the 18-yard line, bringing up 3rd down. They were backed up after that taunting penalty. Great season indeed. Where do you think they go with the first 3 picks? Now, I don't know necessarily what order this will be, but I do think that you have to look at linebacker, you have to look at tight end, you have to look at wide receiver, you have to look at running back. Those are all positions that could be on the table for your top 3 picks in the draft. It'll also, of course, depend what you do in free agency. The Broncos will have money to burn in free agency, and more importantly, they have liquid cash. They have rich owners that can circumvent the salary cap. So Denver's got plenty of resources to make some splash moves in free agency. So depending on what they do in free agency is going to heavily influence what they do in the draft. But for me, if Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland is available by the time the Denver Broncos make their pick, I'll have to see what the pick is officially going to be for the Broncos, what they will finally end up with in terms of draft order. But if Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland are available, then absolutely they should go after them. Denver will have about $60 million in cap space, but the best part is, again, they've got rich owners, and you can spend over the cap if you have liquid cash to account for those resources, which the Denver Broncos do. So I would not be surprised at all if they backloaded a lot of those contracts, a lot of bonuses, stuff like that, and they were able to circumvent the salary cap that way. They don't really that $60 million cap number is not really reflective of the money that they actually have available to spend. So, yeah, man, this Broncos team, that's a benefit of having rich owners, is that you can spend over the cap and you can bring in those resources and really build your team both through free agency and the draft. Sophomore slump is a real thing when you have more game tape and an off season to prepare, for sure. But it's also going to be about making sure that the situation around Bo Nix doesn't regress. We talk about CJ Stroud this year as having a sophomore slump, but I never hear the media talking about how their offensive line can't pass protect to save their life. I never hear the media talking about how the Texans just completely have struggled to be able to protect CJ Stroud. I never hear them talking about how all 3 of CJ Stroud's top receivers had missed time throughout the year, 2 of them suffering season-ending injuries. And even with all of that adversity, CJ Stroud and the Texans still found a way to win a playoff game this year. So even with all that sophomore slump stuff, A, to counter it, you have to make sure that the situation around Bo doesn't regress, and B, you can still find ways to overcome that. So I'm really confident that even if Bo Nix does take a slight step back, that Denver will be able to overcome that for sure. Bronco fan says, we definitely need a new center too. Yep, that's another one. I do think that the center position with Luke Wattenberg is your biggest weakness on the offensive line and is a very big contributor as to why you have inconsistencies running the football. So, yeah, I do think that Denver will look to upgrade at the center position. It might not be the highest priority, but it certainly is a priority. Yeah, Luke Wattenberg, you can definitely do better at the center position than him in terms of run blocking. I think he's solid in pass pro, and that's why the Broncos like him so much. But in terms of run blocking, it is not great, Bob. I can't believe this season's already over, Broncos country. It has flown by so fast. It feels like just a little while ago that I broke my leg 10 days before training camp, and it feels like just a while ago that I was still fighting fans in the comment section trying to say that Zach Wilson was better than Bo Nix. It was just a little while ago that we were sitting at training camp seeing Bo getting better before our very eyes, and now here we sit, man, and this Denver Broncos team has made the playoffs for the first time since Super Bowl 50. It's just crazy to think how quick the season flies by. It is insane. All right, we are back. Appreciate you, DB. As always, thank you so much for sticking by for another year. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, man. Really do. From the bottom of my heart. This channel would not exist if it weren't for Broncos country. So thank you guys so much. Yes, it does, man. Yes, it does. Here's Tyler Bass to kick off. Bo Nix is going to have one more opportunity. There's 4.5 minutes off the clock. Let's see if Sean Payton wants to continue to throw the ball or if he's just going to be content running the ball and getting out of here. Yep, time flies, man. It flies quick, and so does the NFL season. It goes by really quick. But it has been an awesome season and easily the most fun I've had covering the team. Who am I rooting for in the playoffs? This team right here that just beat us. I want Vaughn to get another ring. And they're the team that I think can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So, yep, I'm going for the Buffalo Bills. Check down Javonte Williams. Gain of 7. Broncos are in their hurry-up offense, so they're not giving up offensively. Broncos fan rooting for Baltimore. That's another very valid rooting interest for sure. At this point, just anybody but Kansas City. Anybody but Kansas City. But obviously with Von Miller being here in Buffalo, nothing but love for Vaughn, so I want him to go get another ring. The only way that we're losing Vance Joseph is if he gets hired to a head coaching job. They're not firing Vance Joseph. I agree. That would be the stupidest decision ever. 3rd down and 3. Nix looking for a big play. Dancing, and Russo gets him back at the 20-yard line. 4th down, and that's a sack. 8 regular season sacks for Greg Russo, leading this Bills team. Nix trying to keep the play alive. Russo able to work through a double team, spin out of it, and eventually gets to Nix. Nix had nothing downfield that he liked. Again, he's just trying to make a play at this point. So now it's 4th down and forever. 4th and 17.
Last gasp here for Denver offensively. Nix fires, and it is intercepted. DeMar Hamlin. Bo just threw that one up for grabs, and DeMar Hamlin was the only one there to grab it. So that'll go down as an interception on Bo Nix's stat sheet, but that one doesn't really count as a turnover-worthy play for me. Whatever, you're trying to make a play. Whatever. Exactly. Just trying to air it out to score. It's a garbage time interception. Doesn't matter. It's going to go down as a pick in the stat sheet, but yeah, not a turnover-worthy play. Just trying to make something happen right there. Go burn off some of that frustration, Maverick. Oh, did it hit the ground? Oh, that's close. He's got his hands under it. I think that there's probably not enough conclusive evidence to overturn that. Or maybe the nose got it. But he's got his hands underneath. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things no matter what, but... Okay, yep. They're going to say the nose touched before he had control of it. Hamlin can't believe it. He's like, what the hell, man? I mean, either way, doesn't matter. It was still fourth down, but regardless, doesn't go as an interception. Bo's stat sheet does not matter whatsoever. If there are garbage time touchdowns, there should be garbage time interceptions as well. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, man, not mad at all with how Bo Nix played today. So now we got Mitch Trubisky in for the Bills. For the Bears. Jeez, what am I in? 2018. 1st and 10, handoff. Bills are already deep into Denver territory, now taking it up to the Denver 15. 2nd down. Bills are just running the clock out now.
272 yards passing. 2 touchdowns, but what's kind of hidden, because you just look at the throwing numbers, he carried it 8 times.
All right, man. Bigger and better things moving forward for this Broncos team. This was just the beginning, guys. This was our first taste of playoff action. And now we move forward and try to add some more resources to this roster. And next year, the expectations are going to be even higher for this team. 2nd and 2. Ray Davis still going, pushing the pile all the way down to the 10. Bo needs weapons. He only has Mims and Sutton. I would also throw Vele into that category. I do think Vele has become a dependable weapon. Oh, I need to change the banner. Vele's become a dependable weapon for this team, but I do think that you need to add more, man. Oh, not 21-31. Come on. There we go. All right, we have hit the 2-minute warning. We gambled with house money today. Let's make a real run at it next year, 100%. I have expectations for an AFC Championship game appearance for this Broncos team next year. Obviously, knock on wood, you've got to stay healthy. That's going to be the biggest key. The Broncos were able to stay healthy both last year and this year. Next year, they're going to have to go a 3rd consecutive year of not getting plagued by the injury bug. But the hope is that in the offseason, you're going to be able to add more depth to this team in order to absorb potential injuries. So, yeah, man, this Broncos team, man, if they can add some more pieces, add some more depth, they're going to be in good shape moving forward. They really are. They did draft well. This was a really strong draft class. I mean, Bo Nix was obviously the highlight of that, but you got Audric Estime as well, Devon Vele, Chris Abrams-Drains turned into a really good player for you.
I mean, this Broncos team has been able to add pieces through the draft really over these last few years. They've gotten a lot better at drafting and developing. So that's going to lead to a lot of optimism as they head into these next drafts that they're going to be able to get it right as well. Then you think about last year, Marvin Mims, man, people were ripping the Broncos apart for trading up to get Marvin Mims, and now he's turned into a touchdown merchant for this team. We lost to the Ravens. It was actually 41-10. I think it just shows we aren't ready for a deep playoff run. Yeah, and the Broncos proved that in this game, that they don't have the personnel for a deep playoff run. But next year, they can get there. They can add the personnel to get over that hump. So that's going to be the hope, is that you add pieces at linebacker, at tight end, at running back, at wide receiver, and you can be able to get in position to make that deep playoff run in 2025. Way too many drops today. Absolutely. Way too many drops today. That is going to be something that has to improve over the course of this season. I think 2027 will be it for us. That's when I have expectations for a Super Bowl. Or actually, I have expectations 2026 season, 2027 playoffs. I think that next season, I think you can get over that hump, make a playoff berth, or make a playoff run, get into the AFC Championship game, and then in the 2026 season, the 2027 Super Bowl, that's when I'll have expectations for the Broncos to make it to the big game. Yeah, Broncos actually have a really favorable schedule next year with the AFC South and the NFC East. I think that especially you think about the Giants in the NFC East, the Cowboys, both of those teams kind of reeling, not that great. And then the AFC South, they're an overall weak division, so that is favorable for the Broncos. All right, Mitch Trubisky's taking a couple of knees here, and that should officially put a ribbon on this game. Denver Broncos score on their opening drive and unable to put any more points on the board after that. They got outclassed, man, especially defensively. They got outclassed. Thomas, fuck off. Bye. One more kneel down from Trubisky will do it. And that'll put an end to a really successful, fun, awesome season for the Denver Broncos. A disappointing way for it to end, but there's a lot to be optimistic about here in Broncos country. We're only going up from here. We are only going up from here. All right, guys. We are going to dip out of here and get ready for the post-game stream. Be sure to leave a like on this stream as well as subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.